75 in Marietta last week is identified today as a police officer.
48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw of Canton has turned himself in to police and is facing homicide by vehicle and felony hit-and-run charges. Police say he's the man who hit 36-year-old Terrell Loudermilk last week on I-75 at South Marietta Parkway when Loudermilk left his tractor-trailer to attend to a collision with another big rig. Bradshaw's bio indicates he's a sergeant in the Milton Police Department, responsible for training new patrol officers. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The head of Fulton County government puts forward a proposal to commissioners this week to fix the problems at the troubled county jail.
The plan would build a new $3,200 bed special purpose facility for mental and medical health, plus renovate the dangerous Fulton County Jail. Chairman Rob Pitts says there was no appetite on the county commission for a $2 billion plus new jail.
This plan for the future of the jail prioritizes the needs of detainees who need the most care. It also mitigates the financial impact on taxpayers compared to building a new jail.
Pitts says the $1.1 billion plan will also meet safety conditions mandated by a federal monitor. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A public memorial service is announced for the DeKalb County police officer killed in the line of duty during the shooting at the CDC. Officer David Rose will be remembered at 11 a.m. Friday at First Baptist Church of Atlanta on North Peachtree Road. DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson says the community is welcome to attend to honor the fallen officer's legacy. The service will also be live streamed. A change of heart for South Fulton's embattled mayor. Mayor Khalid Kamau announces today he will run for re-election after saying in April he wouldn't seek another term. Kamau, also known as Mayor Kobe, has faced questions about his spending of city money. Councilwoman Carmelita Gums and the city's first mayor, Bill Edwards, have already announced they are running for mayor. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Checking on a new slow zone in Marietta, 75 southbound, approaching Delk Road, exit 261. We'll spin the jam cam, see if anything's cooking there. Still slow on 285 north and southbound on the west side, inner and outer loop, trying to get to I-20, where we hadn't earlier saw 20 westbound past I-285 that has cleared. And the brake lights filling into downtown, southbound from the 85-400 merge. As you make your way southbound, 75-85 south, picking up the volume as well from 17th Street down toward I-20. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Epwords. Partly cloudy, hot and humid today, high 93. Mainly dry, though an isolated pop-up shower can't be ruled out. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, not quite as hot with a high of 89. Wednesday, partly cloudy with a few pop-up storms, high near 90.
Right now, it's 90 in Alpharetta, at 93 in East Point, and 91 in Douglasville. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, hour one of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
I have just sent out our body language experts to try to decipher what's going on with this big meeting with these European leaders here.
Yeah, so
and Trump
and Zelensky and the Euros, and they're all at this table.
The body language experts are working overtime.
There's an odd thing. Well, actually, we only need body language because we're just watching it on a monitor. I believe anybody else watching it live can hear what's going on. But there is a weird, just from my point of view, and I know the camera is behind, so Zelensky's on the side of the table that the cameras are behind. So you would naturally see the back of their head, you see the faces of the Americans. But I keep seeing it. I mean, Zelensky does shift around. All the rest are kind of, like they're diplomats and they're used to being bored at these stupid, boring meetings that go on forever. And it's like part of what makes you a good diplomat is that you can handle being bored and make it seem like you're not bored. That's part of. And Zelensky is very shifty in his seat. He keeps turning around.
I did more than I should have, bump-wise.
You're a little excitable, so you're saying.
Usually I have 2 for a meeting. Today I had 4. No, I'm very antsy.
Yeah, you're a little antsy.
Very antsy.
You got some ants in your pants. But I have to say that I'm actually feeling somewhat hopeful. I thought, driving home on Friday when that big summit between Trump and Putin just sort of ended, kind of fizzled. And I thought, what is going on here? Like, why? I remember back and my first thing I thought was, I remember back in, like, there was a lot of this stuff in the 80s with Reagan and Gorbachev and all of these summits. And I knew back then it would take a while for the two sides to decide to actually have a summit, because nobody wants to walk out of a summit empty-handed. So like the old Reagan-Gorbachev summits, when they met together, the top line issue, whatever it was, usually about nukes, the top line issue had not been resolved. But they made sure that there were 2 or 3 issues that basically were agreed to and resolved before they even met, without telling the press. So at the very least, if during the meeting nothing happens, you can walk out with these 2 or 3 things and pretend that you did that. And so my first review of this on Friday was, it just doesn't look good to walk out of a meeting like that. You have to fly over. It's like getting a flyover for a game that ends 0-0.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, the flyover.
Or it rains
fun.
out.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought, okay, I didn't think that was the smartest thing in the world. But obviously there were some wheels in motion. And it was later when I found out that during that meeting that Putin had agreed that that Ukraine can come out of this with some security guarantees from the United States and Europe. I thought, whoa, that's kind of a big one. He was saying that he was not only saying never in NATO, but he was also saying no security guarantees from the United States and the West. And as I've said before, I know this for a fact, never in NATO is in cement. This war will not come to an end diplomatically if we even leave the door open in the future for Ukraine to be in NATO. So that was totally off the table. And I thought along with it was the idea that Ukraine could have these sort of security guarantees by the United States and West. But seeing that Putin actually said, no, I'll give on that. I'll give on that. And I would say, and now when you hear Zelensky, the little bit that I've heard Zelensky today, he's kind of on board. He's talking more, we have to end this war.
Got a little bit of him right here.
All right, but is it a little bit of him talking about exactly what I'm talking about?
Sure
we have
is.
to end the war, okay.
We need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support American and European partners. And we will do our best for this. So, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, of personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war. And we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
So I'm somewhat hopeful. Putin, he lets go of what I thought was a pretty important piece for him, which is, not wanting NATO in there. I thought just as likely he wouldn't want. But the thing is, no matter what kind of guarantees the United States and the West, security guarantees we give to Ukraine, it's not going to be to the level of Article 5 in NATO. It's not going to be. There's not going to be this thing that if this happens, there's a window to. Now, the other thing that Putin apparently, we'll find out how much of the stuff that we're hearing now is true, not only willing to say, okay, Ukraine can get some sort of guarantees of security from the United States and the Western world, but he's also saying that they will pass laws in Russia saying that they can't go into other European countries or something along those lines. And my feeling is, if that's true, if he's willing to say, yes, you can have some sort of security guarantee from the West, and we will have some sort of laws written through our parliament in Russia that forbid us from going into certain countries or however it's worded, then I would say, shut the F up, take the deal, let's move on. Because I cannot imagine Ukraine getting a better deal than this. Now, we can just go on and on. Now, Trump's going to be president for another 3 some odd years. I think Zelensky kind of knows Trump's just kind of going, well, if you want to go on with the war with mostly getting your equipment and stuff from Europe, you can do that. But I think Trump has kind of basically let Zelensky know that, the days of $100 billion packages and all that kind of stuff is gone. So we can have something going on. So I think we may have maneuvered ourselves into a pretty good position.
Apparently, Trump's going to have a call with Putin later today.
Yeah, I guess are they all going to get on it like a Zoom call?
Hello, am I coming in? Do you see me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Let me blur my background. I haven't had time to clean my kitchen, and my little kitty cat is running around.
Oh.
There's a bear outside, and the cat goes crazy. He's so cute, my fur baby.
Oh, I know. You love your cat.
You know his name is Khrushchev.
Who are we hearing over here?
I think somebody's trying to jump into the call too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm
all
right here. You don't need to blur your kitchen. I want to see. Look, you have a lot of ornate gold in there. It's very beautiful.
Oh, you don't think about gold. It's got to be real gold, right? Yeah.
Well, it has to be because they've tried for so long to get the paint correct.
Okay. We don't want to get
And
the whole
they just
the whole
they
gold
can't
paint
do it,
thing.
But maybe if we supply
Mr. President, we have
gold
the free
paint.
we have the free version of Zoom here. We only have an hour.
Oh, you can't record it. Okay.
Yeah, we only have an hour. The
His
time's
mic, please. We don't need
Are you seeing me? I don't see you.
Oh,
we'll get it all worked. Let me hear each other. Zelensky, can you? Yeah, yours says.
I am okay. Let me jiggle this wire. There, I see everybody now. We finally reach a peaceful agreement accord.
So yeah, one thing I think the reason after Friday that I was a little bit let down, I think everybody was kind of let down, but was the fact that they'd gone in there with this ceasefire idea, which is, I don't care what side you're on, I don't care how you feel about this thing. I mean, there's a whole history of how wars are done. And what doesn't happen is when you are winning on the battlefield, you don't agree to ceasefires. If you're winning on two things, if you're winning on the battlefield and you have plenty of reserves, meaning you have plenty more bodies you can throw into the fight. I guess if you were winning on the battlefield and you were very thin and running out of people, maybe that would bring you to a ceasefire. But Russia's not in that situation. I know we're in America and you have the American press. The truth is, Russia has been winning this war hands down since, remember the old, what was the summer siege or something like that Ukraine was going to have?
Summer surge, right?
Surge, yeah, I think it was in 23.
Yeah.
Is that a music festival?
Yes, it is.
That was sick.
So ever since that turned out to be nothing, the summer surge from Ukraine, I think in 23, Russia has just been steadily, not vastly, not eating up, miles and miles of territory a day, but very slowly, very steadily, not losing territory for the most part they had, and gaining territory. And when you're doing that, and you have plenty of people to continue to throw into the battle, you're not going to agree to a ceasefire. So I was a little let down that we did all this, the flyover, the red carpet, the whole shooting match, and you just walked in with the Joe Biden thing, which has been rejected. I mean, again, doesn't matter how you stand on it. You're just not going to keep meeting with these people and all of a sudden you go, okay, ceasefire, you can have the Donbass, here's the Crimea back. We're talking about whether or not you actually want to end the war. So I was a little worried that the neocons had just completely gotten into Trump's ear on Friday. But maybe there's a method to the madness. Look, I don't care. As long as they can stop this ridiculous war and make neocons upset, they are going to be upset. Nothing is more dangerous to a neocon than ending a war. You have to understand.
Some of them were calling it the disaster in Alaska.
Yeah.
Full court press against whatever peace they could have made.
It is very difficult to understand the inner workings of the mind of a neocon. And I will I'm not going to bring down my ratings by going through it all here, but suffice to say, it's as ridiculous as this. If you're a neocon, not starting a war or ending a war are two of the most dangerous things that you can do in this world. When it comes to innocents being murdered in these wars, it comes down, as far as this is what neocons think. Hey, you got to kill a few innocent kids to make an omelet. That's, if you want to know how neocons laugh at you because you worry about innocent people being caught up in war. neocons laugh at you because they know as soon as you say that, they're better than you, they're more educated than you, they're more enlightened than you are, and they're not dragged down by these goofy human feelings. They understand the X's and the O's, and there are no humans, and there are no souls. And if you tell a neocon, I worry about all these innocents being, I worry about these 55-year-old men who are being pulled off of city buses in Kyiv and sent to the front lines. And what a neocon wants you to know is, oh yeah, we thought of that. We've worked it in, but our math says it's worth it. To a neocon, what they call collateral damage, what normal people would call murdering innocent humans. See how much about collateral damage just rolls off the tongue a
It's a
little
lot
bit?
easier.
Yeah. So they've always worked it in, but they understand always to a neocon the deaths of innocents. It's always worth it to achieve whatever goal they're trying to achieve. And if you're an American neocon, the goal is one thing and one thing only, and that is that the United States of America dominate the century. Now, for those listening with 2 jobs and they do Uber on the weekend, I doubt that you care about that at all. And I believe your government should be with you.
There's some neocon Uber drivers.
Are they? Yeah.
I'm doing this until I can sign up to fight that war.
So, that's where it is. Neocons believe the most important thing, actually don't call it the most important thing. The only important thing is that the United States dominate the 21st century. Most of you walking around your normal lives have never thought of it. And that's why neocons look down upon you and laugh at you. But I want you to know that I'm with you. We're right. They're wrong. Sometimes you do have to fight wars. But never go to war on the advice of a neocon, because they've got it upside down. Although wars are justifiable at times, and you need to, the only person to follow into a war is the person who knows this has to be the last possible option. Because it's never good. It's never how you feel on day one when we declare war and you feel patriotic and you raise the flag and, God bless America. Wars never sustain like that. War, even if you win, is always awful. War, even if you win, you bring home people who are mentally now have to go through years and years and years to get rid of what they've seen in war. War, even when you win, you've lost loved ones. War is always awful. And so the only leader that you should ever follow into war is the one that you recognize understands that war needs to be the last, even try not to do it again, the last option. To a neocon, war is the first option. A neocon looks at the world, thinks about what they want this century to look like, and they just start deciding, okay, we got to go to war with this one.
They look at it like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, we'll just play that mission. Let's go.
Get them out of government, people. Right now, they want to be fighting Russia, China, Iran, and Venezuela.
North Korea, too.
Well, I don't know if they want to go fight North Korea. I don't know. I'm not going to throw that on them. But all of this at a time where each and every branch of the military is having trouble recruiting people. So the gap, it's not just the gap between the rich and the poor, it's the gap between the rich and everything. Like the people at the top of the military-industrial complex seem to think that we can fight all these people. That's how disconnected they are. What are they going to do it all with drones? That's not going to work. So I start the show somewhat hopeful. Zelensky, I think, and what, did he wear a suit or did he not wear a suit?
He wore a suit to the White House, and then I think he changed into
got back into the
t-shirt.
Trump was cracking a couple jokes at the meeting too, talking about a
If
war.
he wore a suit, he's coming toward us.
He is. And there was a whole panel on CNN about should he wear the suit, should he not wear the suit.
I think he should be defiant.
Now, I think that you guys think that's ridiculous, but I think it's okay to talk about him wearing a suit or not wearing a suit because there's a reason he doesn't wear a suit, and it's based on branding. The whole idea at the beginning of the war, he wanted his people to not see him.
Yeah, that olive green kind of military attire.
I think it was fine in the first 3 months or so. But at some point, once we decide we're trying to shift into diplomatic gear, then you dress more like a diplomat, I feel like. You have the audio?
Yeah, talking about the idea, I guess, if the war were to drag out and there would be a wartime president, Trump, of course, chose that moment to seize upon.
legal elections.
So you say
we are ready.
during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good.
You like this idea?
Maybe I'll start a war.
Get
Stick
things
around.
going.
Good for Trump for lighting things up in that
Yeah,
room.
They did light it up. And by the way, before the left goes crazy, that's not applicable to us. There's something in their constitution. Now, I have heard that it was a change that was made after Zelensky became president, and I've heard that it was there before he became president. But there's something in their constitution or in their founding. By founding, I mean later founding, the 2000s. And I think that there's something in their documents that says that you can't have an election during a war. I just don't know when it was put in there. So Trump would still be facing the fact that we don't have anything like that in our Constitution. Right. And we've had plenty of wars, so we have plenty of history with it. Were you able to find out if it was George is still
I'll look
looking.
into it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a change that was made after Zelensky. I didn't know if it was a change that was made when the war drums were beating, or if it was something that was already there before Zelensky got there.
While we've been talking, we do have this confirmation. You open with this here. Trump is now saying that Putin is willing to accept, and it's confirmed by the New York Times, Reuters, everyone, that Putin is willing to accept a Western force of some kind in Ukraine.
All right.
That's a big deal.
What does that mean? But I think you're not going to get more from him than that. And I'm sorry for the people who've been lying to you. I would say that you're a little silly if on this day you still actually believe there's a chance for Crimea to go back to Ukraine. That one I got to put on you. Open your eyes and be a little more attentive of what's going on. But I can understand people who've been believing the nonsense, the Donbass and those regions. Those regions are effectively now going to be Russia. I don't know how they're going to settle it out, but I don't know if they're going to be their own states or if they're actually going to be brought right into Russia. But those are gone. It makes me feel good that those aren't things that people are talking about. And I'm slightly hopeful.
Yeah, to what Jared was saying, Trump was asked, "Are there going to be U.S. troops in Ukraine?" And he kind of left the door open.
We have that or
Yeah,
no?
we
Do you have it? Do you have it over there?
Yep.
Well, then let's hear
We'll
it.
leave it open.
Oh, thank you.
The door.
Your team has talked about security guarantees. Could that involve U.S. troops? Would you roll that out in the future?
We'll let you know that maybe later today. We're meeting with 7 great leaders of great countries also, and we'll be talking about that. They'll all be involved, but there'll be a lot of help when it comes to security. There's going to be a lot of help. It's going to be good. They are first line of defense because they're there. They're Europe, but we're going to help them out also. We'll be involved. Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like it's going to be European. I don't think we should have troops on the ground.
Well, to protect all the miners, we're getting all those rare earth elements we like.
That's another thing. Is he going to give back those? I believe some of the areas that we signed the rare earth minerals deal with Ukraine. I believe some of those areas have been taken over by Russia. So I would imagine they'll give those back. Maybe.
When was the last time that a significant country like Ukraine or any country like that has been carved up like this?
Yugoslavia. No. Yeah. After the 90s, Yugoslavia.
Yeah, they had a civil war. Yeah.
Right. It was turned into 3 different countries. That's the last one that I remember.
Actually, more because there are other little places too.
Oh, really?
Maybe I can ask like a dumb question, but like, what was the USSR? When I was a kid, I know, but listen, when I was a kid, it was just the USSR, and is that now the same as Russia, or is it different? Like
no, USSR,
Czechoslovakia. Or
USSR
something?
is the USA way of saying the United
Union of Socialist Republics.
Republics. So that was their way of saying USA. With the USA, it was 50 different states cobbled together under one thing. And the USSR, it was a number of countries that were cobbled together into, or not cobbled together, but put together as all being under the same federation.
Yeah.
So that, and I can't tell you how many, look up real fast, how many countries were in, but Ukraine was in the USSR,
Okay.
Georgia was in the USSR.
Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan.
Right, all these
so
were
those were still all there. We just collectively called them something.
Right, and then when the wall fell, then they ended up. Many of them got their independence.
There's 15.
There were 15, and now how many? And so And here's the real argument. And you have the neocons lying and saying that he wants to constitute the old USSR again. I don't see any evidence of that. This idea, to me, just the biggest lie in the world that Putin is going to march into Europe after this.
He's going to Warsaw next.
I find none of all of this to have been, military industrial complex BS to get you behind their latest plans that are going to help them, not you.
And you were asking about that Ukraine martial law that was established in 2000, far before.
Okay, long before. All right.
Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler here at Shane Company. Come on in, feel at home, and let's find your dream engagement ring. I'm proud to work for a company that puts customers first and lets them shop the way they want to. See, we believe shopping for an engagement ring should be fun, without any of the pressure. We don't work on commission, so finding your dream ring is truly on your terms. We'll be right by your side as your friend and jeweler to help you find a ring more beautiful than you imagined and stick to your budget too. We have all of the styles and all of the smiles. You can even watch our in-house jewelers working their magic inside your neighborhood store. It's that kind of care and craftsmanship that makes Shane Company's free lifetime warranty the best in the business, saving you thousands over time and giving you peace of mind. No appointment necessary, or check us out at shaneco.com. Because a friend knows when you're ready, you're ready. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Better prices, better views, window comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Don't be fooled by the big box brands. Window Comfort's exclusive window line is custom built for Georgia weather, installed by in-house pros, and guaranteed never to fog. With factory direct pricing, it's affordable for everyone. Go to windowcomfort.com for real quality that lasts.
Better prices, better views, window comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Just a word of wisdom from your friend Mark Aram. A damaged roof doesn't always lead to an entire roof replacement project. As a full-service Atlanta roofing company, my friends at Dr. Roof offer comprehensive roof repairs that will lengthen the lifespan of your existing roof and ensure that it will continue to protect your home as it should. It's storm season. Get peace of mind from my friends at Dr. Roof. They've been in business for over 35 years. And Dr. Roof offers up to a 5-year warranty on roof repairs. Get all the info online at drroof.com.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, crucial talks at the White House this afternoon on ending the Russia-Ukraine war.
CBS News special report. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he had the best conversation yet with President Trump over his war with Russia. Trump says he would back security guarantees for Ukraine as European leaders have now gathered to show support for Ukraine at what is quite an extraordinary White House meeting.
Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine, working also together in agreement with President Putin.
Zelensky and Trump are now sitting with a number of other European leaders, with Zelensky thanking them for their support.
And we spoke about very sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President that all the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us.
Trump says a meeting with him, Zelensky, and Putin could happen soon. CBS News Special Report, I'm Matt Piper.
The driver accused in a deadly hit and run on I-75 in Marietta last week is identified as a Milton police officer. 48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw of Canton is charged with homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run. He's accused in the death of a truck driver from Chattanooga. A public memorial service is announced for the DeKalb County police officer killed in the line of duty during the shooting at the CDC. Officer David Rose will be remembered at 11 a.m. Friday at First Baptist Church of Atlanta on North Peachtree Road. DeKalb CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson says the community is welcome to attend and honor the fallen officer's legacy. The service will be live streamed. With the heat index over 100 this afternoon, the city of Atlanta opens a cooling center today. It's located at Selena Butler Park and is open until 6 o'clock. Bottled water is available at the cooling center. It is now 3:32. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Alex Williams in the 24-hour traffic center.
It's getting messy out there quickly this afternoon, Bill. Travel advisory in Marietta. Crash 75 southbound before Delk Road, exit 261. Two right lanes are blocked. You're stacked up back toward Highway 5. Use Highway 41, Cobb Parkway. Travel advisory number 2 is heading to the airport. We got a crash 285 southbound, the outer loop. Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. Two right lanes are blocked there. Slow back to Cascade Road. Take 75-85 south toward the airport as an alternate. Looks like new trouble in DeKalb. I-20 westbound past Panola Road, exit 71. You're slow out of Lithonia. And found a crash in Duluth, 85 northbound at Sugarloaf Parkway, exit 108. That is in the center lane. Traffic troopers tell me the delays for that stretch back to Highway 316. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds today, hot and humid with a high of 93. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with an isolated pop-up storm, high 89. Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds with pop-up storms in the afternoon, high near 90.
This news is sponsored by George Stein Steel Horse Law. Right now, 92 in Sugar Hill, 90 in Locust Grove, and 94 in Brookhaven. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
Shop organics at Whole Foods Market. Get organic black, red, and green seedless grapes for $2.99 per pound with Prime through August 19th. Enjoy them at their best with a crisp skin and juicy center. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Steel Horse Law knows that your bike is made of steel, but your heart is made of gold. If someone causes you to lay your bike down, you deserve the very best from an experienced firm that knows bikers because they are bikers. Eric Von Hassler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. They're local, so they understand the changes to Georgia law, and you'll meet directly with your attorney, not just an assistant like the mega firms. Schedule your free accident evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
Avoid the stress of listing your home on the market and sell your home fast for all cash with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. I've served homeowners like you for nearly 30 years and have helped over 67,000 satisfied clients. And I know what matters most, a quick sale and maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
School's back in session, but that doesn't mean the summer heat is taking a break anytime soon. And to beat the heat, Coolray has options to help your home comfort score an A+. Dave Baker here for Coolray Heating and Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Right now, Coolray's offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and free installation with the purchase of a complete Carrier system. Proper insulation is a perfect summer sidekick for your HVAC, keeping cool air in and hot air out, and it's free. Bonus points. So, now that your HVAC is passing all the tests, let's look at your plumbing. Mr. Plumber, a Coolray company, is currently offering $100 off any plumbing service. From aging water heaters, ooh, I just got a new one of those, to clogged drains, Mr. Plumber has you covered. Say hello to cool comfort and smooth flowing plumbing all season long. Simply visit Coolray.com to schedule your appointment today. It's that easy. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Trump does like to have these discussions in public, though. That's kind of odd. I do like the fact that he'll meet with leaders. I think that this nonsense. It's another thing that comes out. It's like post-World War II playbook. No recognition that the world has changed. The world is smaller. More people have nukes. Small conflicts need to be stopped before they become larger conflicts. It's not the world that it used to be, where you just had, 3 powers that had nukes, and you kind of manage it from that way. And so part of that old playbook was you just never speak to a leader who is not doing what you want them to do. You can have back channels, and I think Trump is correct in this new world. You just got to meet. You got to talk. You want to end a war? Let's go. Let's get in there and talk.
We got 9 countries that have nukes.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, and they all have a lot of friends, which means smaller countries that don't have nukes have patron countries that do have nukes on their side. So it expands out even more than that to what the nuclear threat is. And so I think that Trump is correct in that. Now you just let's go meet. The whole idea that if you don't do something grand, that somehow you lose face. That's part of that post-World War II playbook should have been thrown out after Vietnam. This nonsense of you just keep murdering your own citizens because you want to save face. That's what I call it. After 1969, I attribute all deaths to Americans in Vietnam to American politicians and American generals who would not admit. They knew in 69 that they could not win this war, and it was all about saving face, saving face. Well, we didn't save face. Even young people today may have seen the way that we got out of Vietnam, with people hanging from the helicopters, and all that. You couldn't have lost face worse than we did, and it had zero effect on the future of this country. 2 years later, Statue of Liberty, bicentennial. Well, hey, 5 years later, Reagan, America's back. We believe in ourselves again. So that whole concept of saving face, if the generals and the people on the top see that our people are just going to be cannon fodder, they need to start ending wars at that moment and stop worrying about saving face. I mean, if there's one thing Trump has told us, is you just flood the zone with more stories and people forget about what happened a month ago. Is anyone talking about Jeffrey Epstein anymore?
No.
I thought I was not here at that period. Like, I took that 3 weeks off, and I was watching some of that stuff I was in Asheville, and I just thought, oh, wow, he's losing his base. Like, maybe this is the first time where something can really happen here with MAGA. And, that was a few weeks ago. And he flooded the zone. I'm meeting with Putin. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going to arrest Obama, some kind of nonsense like that. So in this world where Trump has shown us, no story sticks. All right? Let's not waste our time with this saving face nonsense. End wars. As soon as you realize that your side cannot win, end the war. That's what needs to be done for people. Forget about NATO. Forget about the intelligence agencies. Forget about all the money that Alex Karp at Palantir loses. Although it's a win-win for Palantir, right? They'll come in, it's data sets to rebuild your country.
Yeah,
now.
They can rebuild Ukraine.
But it's not going to be long if Palantir doesn't change its tune, that other countries like Russia will say, yeah, you can rebuild that country next to us, but I don't want that hippie Dr. Strangelove, Alex Karp and his Palantir over there, because they're more than a data set company. They are now, at this point, a front for the intelligence agencies. And so if we don't want to screw this up, we need to make sure that the people who go in there are not... I mean, look what Iran found out, that the whole time the atomic energy, the IAEA or whatever, that's supposed to be this third party that makes sure that treaties, they found out they were just absolutely full of our intelligence people, which may seem like a good idea while you're doing it, but what about the next time you're making a deal with a country? Like, well, you're not letting the IAEA in here. It's
No.
all
You'd have to
CIA.
create another organization.
Exactly. That's what, people can get upset about USAID. Did they do some good things? Certainly they did. But they also were full of intelligent agents. They were a front for many intelligent agencies. And if you take the food from America, you take the presence of intelligence. And so I guess probably we should get to a point where we can help each other in such a way where we just send stuff and don't have people on the ground. I don't know. Because asking any country not to engage in intelligent skullduggery when they have a chance is like, asking for the moon. You're just not going to happen.
It doesn't make sense for them to give up this thing that's benefiting them.
Right, but
what is the solution? To say, like, well, we're both going to spy on each other, so just be cool with it. We'll be cool with it. Everybody be chill.
That's what everybody does. I mean, that's the one thing. There's a lot of things about Trump that I don't like, but the fact that he's always, remember before he took office the first time, he was in something talking about how the KGB had killed some people or somebody, he's like, well, they kill people, we kill people, because that's true. We get stories here about how hell-bent China and Russia are at hacking everything and getting into our corporations, and all of it's true. But the story isn't fully told because they never fully tell the story. And I heard Trump say the other day, yeah, they do it, we do it, nobody does it better than us. It is wrong for reporters in this country to report that story without the context of, oh, we're doing it to them all the time and we did it first and we do it better. It just says countries spy on one another. Countries F with one another. In the most peaceful times, countries F with one another. And I really hold the press responsible for that. For some reason, they have no problem reporting this hacking story from Russia and China as if we're just an innocent person walking through the city and, trying to get grandma her drugs. But so that she
Not
can
only
live.
do we try to get grandma her drugs, but we're also walking her across the street. We're doing everything right.
Every Boy Scout good thing from the mid-1950s we were doing. And then these horrible countries come along and hack it.
Why would they do that? Why would they mess with little old America?
So mean.
Yeah. But it says, we don't. Of course, we do it. We did it first. We'll do it better. What do you think we spend $1 trillion a year on? And that's the part of the military budget that we know of. When you put that intelligence black box, and we don't know exactly how much goes there, but you and I know we start with $1 trillion a year. We're not getting hacked without us hacking other people.
We need more, Eric.
Oh, of
More.
course. Of course. And the thing is, doesn't even make us bad. It's just understanding. Countries F with one another. And you can't propagandize one thing that a country does so that you can escalate it to war. We're going to go to war with Russia and China because they hack us? Well, what about all the hacking that we're doing of them? And
Could they just not? And could we just not?
No, that's not possible.
But why?
Because countries worry about, being taken over, and they worry about in the way that they
Let's just say, we're not going to take you over. We're going to mind our business. You guys do your thing. We're going to do our thing.
Yeah.
Let's all. You know what they need to do? They need to get high together.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Autumn wants the one world government. That's what she wants.
No.
She
I don't
just
know.
wants us to not mess with each other.
Yeah.
But the
Can we just chill? Like, what are we doing?
It would be nice to chill, but people have jobs to not chill.
I think that they should do some ayahuasca. They should go on a Putin and Trump should go on an ayahuasca retreat and come to some celestial understanding about themselves and the world.
You think having a conversation with their shadow people will somehow help?
I think it will
bring them,
take them out of their ego. You know what I mean? They will have an ego death,
Yes.
and they'll be able to just be
Yeah,
like,
but look-
"What are we doing in this
You
world?"
got to get Macron in there. You got to get Zelensky in there, too. That would be a wild
I
out.
don't know. Remember what happened to John Lennon after his ego death? He stopped writing great songs. So
Well-
I'm not so sure.
Well, I know Putin has some great rock and roll hits.
Oh, he's got some bangers.
Putin and the Putins.
He's got some bangers.
You can vote for me.
No, what you have to do is just have a realistic approach, and you understand that countries F with one another, and a lot of those things are below the line and accepted behavior, and then sometimes there are things that are above the line. But our press reports this hacking as if we don't do it and they do, and that makes it above the line. Report hacking as, yeah, all countries do it as much as they can, as much as their technology allows, Because,
let's not act like we're little Pollyannas. Like,
Exactly.
oh God, what's happening?
And the thing is, it's not even, it's a matter of like, why does the AP and the New York Times and the Washington Post and ABC, there's great generals on YouTube that have their own, that will tell you what's really going on. There's a guy named Daniel Davis. I mean, this guy's a decorated general. You want to call him Putin's mouthpiece? He's done more for this country than I have. But CNN will never have these generals on that really tell you exactly what's going on.
It's the wrong
the ground.
general.
No, it's always just the approved narrative. Is that what you're tuning in for? To hear a chorus of yes men for the narrative of any given war, or do you want to hear different ideas and what people have to say? CNN and Fox and whatever MSNBC is going to be called pretty soon, they're all wondering, why can't we get an audience? Well, listen, news can be interesting, but not if it's propaganda.
Get the WSB Radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB Radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the WSB Radio app.
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
Those wire shelves in your closet are just a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Dave Baker for Artisan Custom Closets. At Artisan, we see it all the time. The wire shelves come crashing down. Clothes, shoes, bags are everywhere. It's a disaster zone. Save yourself before this happens to you. With a custom, spacious closet from Artisan, you'll never have to look at that clutter again. Your shoes, bags, clothes, accessories, all neatly organized and designed to stay that way. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. George Stein has been a personal and professional friend for decades. He literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. I trust him, and you can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Hi, I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. They've built their reputation on quality craftsmanship and honest pricing, and I've seen firsthand how they put customers first. That's why I proudly certify them for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with ABC's 3-way warranty, which includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. When the summer is hot, America's Best Choice will keep your home cool with premium energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. For year-round outdoor fun, take 10% off a custom deck. Transform the look of your home with new siding and doors that blend beauty with performance. No pressure, no gimmicks. Go to abcwin.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Belinda Skelton here with Atlanta Vision Institute's very own Dr. Ashraf, who is one of the most experienced eye surgeons in the country. Dr. Ashraf, we've all watched the news and the economy is uncertain, but failing eyesight isn't. And if you've held back due to finances, we've got good news for you, don't we?
Yes, Belinda, as you know, our eyesights degrade as we age. And with the laser optics procedure, that resets all of that. And most of my patients go most of the day without glasses. They can even read their phone without glasses. And in terms of the economy, most of these patients, their medical insurance can cover most of the costs. And if it doesn't, we have a lot of good financing options for this procedure.
That's awesome, Dr. Ashraf. I urge you to take the quiz to see if you're a candidate. Go to 2020atlanta.com. That's 2020atlanta.com.
Our own Jared Yamamoto. I don't know, I'm really worried about this. Like, whenever you bring up a medical condition on the air, somebody's going to call in and tell you you're dying. You understand this, right? They go, you're dying.
Believe me, I've already looked online. Everyone's
you
like,
dying?
you need to go to urgent care or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel fine.
All right, so if you don't know the Ballad of Yamamoto, he has
Nosebleeds.
nosebleeds. He's allergic to everything.
His
under
nose
the
is
sun.
on his period.
Yes,
all the time.
He's got blood coming out of eyes everywhere.
Ears
and ears. So what's normal is that he has a few nosebleeds every year. But you say you have had a nosebleed now for about 18 hours?
Yeah, since about like 6 o'clock last night.
It's not coming out of your nose. It's more like it's like not a cocaine drip, but like a blood drip going on back there.
like a nasal drip, and I can like taste it. So
I think you're dying.
I might be. I was
Wait, now,
texting.
Eric, your worry was that the audience would say he's dying.
Yeah, I know
The first
that.
thing out of your mouth is, you're dying.
Well, that surprised me. I ended up being the one. I thought it was going to be the audience.
Je suis audience.
Well, it just seems so weird that you would. I guess it could flow the other way.
Well, what's so weird is like if I flick my nose or if I like just touch it barely.
Stop flicking your
don't
nose.
flick it. Okay,
Why
well,
are you flicking your nose?
Well, what about
what's that old Catskill joke? It's a doctor. It hurts
when I do this.
No,
It hurts when
stop
yes,
doing
don't
that.
do that.
Well, stop doing that.
If I even just scratch,
You've been reduced to a Catskills joke.
and I'd have to look that up.
And you don't even know what the
I don't-
Catskills are.
I have no
Okay.
idea what
Cats.
that is.
It's like when a cat has skills.
Yeah,
And it
then-
kills.
It
It's
scratches your nose.
Really funny cats get together in upstate New York and put on comedy shows.
Yeah.
You might
Right?
understand
In the
it if
mountains,
you
right?
said Borscht Belt.
Borscht Belt, maybe.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah. He knows
No,
all
he
about
doesn't.
the
Now
Borscht
I've got it.
These were entertainment spots where comedians and stuff.
In the mountains of New York, I take it.
Upstate New York, I believe, knows isn't Catskills.
Yes,
there?
it's where
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing supposedly took place.
Yeah. And it was I think.
Jared's like, what's Dirty Dancing?
But
I have seen Dirty Dancing.
All the big comedians for a while in the 50s and 60s and stuff always come out of that, the Borscht Belt and all that. Anyway, go ahead.
But this, I mean, anytime I like
None of their acts revolved around bleeding. Having a
I
blood
feel like
drip.
I feel like I could join the circus with this now because if I just
Yeah.
touch my nose or if I blow my nose, it's going to be a nosebleed
Step
out
right
the front.
up, folks. Step right up. See the man who can bleed.
The endless nosebleed.
They're gonna have
Nosebleed.
some of those like fast songs about you, like the boy who couldn't stop bleeding.
Well, his nose is drippy because it's kind of sippy and it's going down his throat all right.
It's the pollen, polleny nose.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say the nose knows, but Yamamoto's nose doesn't know how to stop bleeding.
yes.
Step right up.
$2,
right up.
$2.
So you're just kind of like continually have this. I hate the taste of blood.
Well, it's terrible
It's
because
like
it's
a
going.
irony,
I love
like
it.
weird.
It's like pennies in your mouth.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
and it's going like right by my tonsil too. So I'm like, ugh.
Well,
I'm tasting it.
Well, how long has it been going on?
Really, since about 6 o'clock last night. Like I had trouble sleeping last night because anytime I
Is
wasn't.
that when your wife punched you in the face?
That's
by
what I was
putting
wondering.
The
I
two
asked
things
her.
together.
I asked her. I said, "Did you punch me last night?" Because I woke up in like a crime scene of blood.
Wow.
And then
How much blood?
like enough to soil the sheets and the pillowcase.
Don't say soil the sheets.
Oh,
That sounds like it came somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Sounds like something
soiled the
else came out.
sheets.
Well, what do you call it when you just get the sheets all bloody?
Bloody sheets.
Well, I
Yeah.
had bloody sheets. I had a bloody pillowcase. I had blood all over my nightstand. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like
Nightstand?
all
What-
over.
What are you like? Why don't you go to the doctor?
Get a humidifier.
Because I've had this my whole life.
That's a good one right there.
I think that's a good idea, Tim.
Well,
You
you're-
don't have a humidifier by now?
I do not.
Hold on. You have nosebleeds your whole life. You don't have a humidifier?
No, because it does. I've never had one like this before. Usually,
Yes,
if
but
I
your
that's
whole
why
life.
you do it your whole life, so you don't end up in this situation.
if I had this is the longest nosebleed I've had in my life.
All right,
It-
he's in trouble. He's in a crisis. Let's not attack
No, let's
him.
corner
Thank
him.
you.
And no, let's corner him.
Shame him.
Shame
You
him.
idiot!
Bully him.
Now you're dying and you're stupid.
I'm gonna be like 11 from Stranger Things. My nose is gonna start bleeding. You're stressing me out.
You really should maybe. Do you have an allergy doctor or like an ENT person that you've seen before?
I do, but they're about to retire, so I hope
So?
that I can get.
Are they
in
retired
soon.
now?
Oh, so
I'd have to check.
I'm
10
sorry.
minutes to go.
Yeah. Counting down, Jared. Are you ready?
You might get a break, like a clearance sale.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah,
blowout
maybe.
sale.
Or maybe he's so old. He's like, I don't know. What's wrong? Do you have a humidifier? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I got to go to the store and buy you a humidifier, you idiot?
That's part of the thing is I just feel like because I feel fine and it's just annoying.
No, listen.
I
if you
think I
feel
should
fine, that's fine. That's okay. You can feel fine. But if something has been I think like a rule of thumb, right? If it's over 2 days and something has not ceased or slowed down, then it's time to get it checked out.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you don't want... it
could be nothing.
It could be nothing. It's probably nothing, but you just don't want to be leaking on the inside.
Well, Tina wanted
You
to
shouldn't
take
be
me...
leaking for this long.
When she saw, I guess around 3 a.m. when I woke up in the crime scene of blood,
"Oh,
she was like, do you need to go to
oh."
she's like, do you need to go to the ER? And I'm like, no, I nothing hurts. I feel fine.
Like she felt like Sid Vicious waking up next to Nancy.
I was thinking of The Godfather with the horse.
I think you're probably fine, but I guarantee you some neurologist is going to open mic us with some kind of
please
devastating. Oh, I never want to know.
Oh, I've already looked at.
There's a reason I don't wear an Apple Watch. I don't want to know what's going on inside my body. If it hurts enough that I have to go someplace, then that's when I know.
All the medical places say you need to go to urgent care. You need to go, but I'm like, I feel fine. I've had these my whole life. What?
No, you haven't had this.
Feeling fine is different than something has happened. It's just because you're feeling fine doesn't mean that something can't be wrong.
Feeling fine. Famous last words.
Yeah.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Hey, it's Scott Slade for FGA Roofing. If your home's exterior could use an updated look, or maybe one of your neighbor's designer roofs has caught your eye, and your current roof has started to show its age, then now's the perfect time to check out FGA Roofing for the latest in architectural shingles, timberland shingles, and more. Slate, tile, wood shake, cedar roofs, FGA has them all. FGA Roofing offers 0% financing for 12 months with your good credit. Get the roof you want now and pay over time. Click firstgaroof.com. That's firstgaroof.com.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on eggs. Right now, 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs are on sale for just $3.49 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we believe in kinder banking. That means speaking to a real person, a state-of-the-art website and mobile app, and kinder banking means offering our members the most competitive rates in the market. This is Andy Harris. Come see us at Coosa Valley Credit Union.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
news,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, it is happening now. World leaders gather at the White House to discuss ending the Russia-Ukraine war.
CBS News special report. Ukraine's President Zelensky called his meeting with President Trump a very good conversation, as the U.S. president chimed in saying, very good. As other world leaders took turns addressing the assembled media, NATO's Secretary General Mark Rutte thanked Trump for breaking what he called the deadlock with Vladimir Putin by starting a dialogue this year.
I think if we play this well, we could end this.
President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen.
Now we are here to work together with you on a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. Stop the killing. This is really our common interest. Stop the killing.
Germany's chancellor said he cannot imagine another meeting taking place without a ceasefire, a subtle suggestion to Trump that Putin should not be granted another meeting without agreeing to end the fighting in Ukraine.
To be honest, we all would like to see a ceasefire, the latest from the next meeting on.
CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
93 degrees in Atlanta. Not quite as hot tomorrow. What are the storm chances? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The man charged in a deadly hit and run in Marietta last week is a now former Milton Police Lieutenant.
48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw is a 14-year veteran of the Milton Police Department. Now he's facing charges of homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run in an incident last Wednesday on I-75 at South Marietta Parkway. Bradshaw is accused of hitting and killing a truck driver who had exited his rig after a separate collision. Milton PD says Bradshaw was off duty at the time he left the scene. He was first placed on administrative leave, but has since been fired from his job in Milton. The department sends its deepest condolences to the family and loved ones of the victim during this difficult time. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Fulton County could be on the verge of approving a plan to finally solve the problems at the troubled county jail.
The $1.1 billion plan will build a special purpose facility for mental and medical health and other special needs, then renovate the Fulton County Jail. County Commission Chair Rob Pitts says this ditches the idea for a new $2 billion jail.
And the 2 plus, that was just for construction. There was just no appetite for that, period.
Pitts says it will save taxpayers money while solving safety issues mandated by a federal monitor. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
New information today on a murder in Atlanta last week. The woman's naked body was found at a storage unit on Campbellton Road in southwest Atlanta. The victim identified now as 29-year-old Alexis Harlow. She was shot to death. Police believe she had been dead for at least 24 hours when the body was discovered last Wednesday. Atlanta police are now asking anyone with information to give them a call. Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward. A public memorial service to honor the DeKalb County police officer killed at the CDC will be held later this week.
The ceremony for Officer David Rose is this Friday at 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church, Atlanta, located on North Peachtree Road. It is open to the public, but a large turnout is expected, so people are encouraged to arrive early to ensure a seat and to go through security protocols. The 33-year-old father of two with a third on the way died August 8th when a gunman fired hundreds of rounds at CDC buildings on Clifton Road. Rose was shot by the suspect soon after arriving on scene. For those who are unable to attend the service, it will be available on a live stream on the county's online channel. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
A Woodstock man dies after an apparent drowning at a lake in northeast Georgia. The Georgia DNR identifies the man as 25-year-old Breck Lewis Green. He was swimming with a friend on Lake Chatoog in Towns County. According to his obituary, Green recently graduated from Kennesaw State University and was planning to start working toward his master's degree in accounting. A change of heart for South Fulton's embattled mayor. Mayor Khalid Kamau announcing today he will run for re-election after saying in April he wouldn't seek another term. Kamau, also known as Mayor Kobe, has faced questions about his spending of city money. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Busy on I-285, Bill. The travel advisory continues heading toward the airport. 285 southbound, the outer loop, Canton Creek Parkway, exit 2. Crash still in 2 right lanes there. You're stacked up back toward Cascade Road. Take 85 south around the airport as an alternate. Now we have a crash on the east side in Tucker. 285 northbound, the outer loop at La Vista Road, exit 37. That crash is blocking 2 right lanes, and that is starting to cause delays back into Clarkston. How are things looking through downtown, Andrew Seco?
Through the heart of Midtown downtown itself, a little bit of brake light, 75, 85 north and south, just between 17th Street to I-20. Did have some trouble clear at a Buckhead 400 northbound. Right lane just cleared in the Jan Kim right north of I-85. You do still have some brake lights taking you back towards 17th Street. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy this evening, an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm possible. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, hot and humid, high 89. Wednesday, partly cloudy with scattered storms, highs in the low 90s.
Right now, 89 in Sandy Springs, also 89 in Lithia Springs. It's 93 in Conyers. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Are you getting advice from listeners?
Listeners are
as
being
to
awesome.
What to do with
they're DMing.
Well, let's let people know if they just tuned in that Jared Yamamoto, who has nosebleeds every year, but now has a different thing going on for the last 20 hours or so. His nose has been bleeding into his throat, as opposed to on the outside.
My nose is bleeding, Bert.
Wait a minute, there was a lot on the out. He woke up to a lot of blood on the outside.
Well, and during and then during the day today, like there are a couple of times where I blew my nose or I touched it. I know I mentioned flicking it, but I guess like touching it, and it started to like bleed again. So I probably had 3
Jared,
nosebleeds
what
today.
you need to do is kill yourself 2 squirrels and then cut the tails off and shove them up in there. They'll stop it.
I'm going to crack some eggs into a bowl, and I'm going to bury some chicken bones across the street, and I'll let you know what I find out.
Yeah, she will get back to you with.
Send me
with
some
her
of that blood in a vial
advice.
so I can mix it in with the egg so I can just, read it properly.
You got it.
What is the main thrust of the advice that you're getting from people?
Most of the listeners are telling me, hey, you should take a Q-tip and take like a Vaseline and
Get a
try.
tampon.
I guess I could try that too.
How
but
big do you think his nostrils are?
I mean, they're pretty
Well,
big.
you can get the little mini ones. You can get those skinny ones.
Okay.
I have a big old honker. It's believe me, you could probably fit.
Oh,
no
I
problem.
think I gotta tell you, that's probably one of those things that you think, but I've known you for 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah, you
It's
don't have
never
a big
occurred to
nose.
me. No,
I appreciate that. Thank
Everybody
you.
does this with their face. Like everybody there's one thing about their face that bothers them, and in their mind, they think that every time somebody else sees them, it's the only thing that they could ever see. Oh my God.
Mine is just so beautiful. I feel bad.
Especially when I draw it.
My wife complains
That's
that
true. You make me look terrible.
the hoods of her eyelids, and I'm like, I've been with you for. At the time she was complaining about it, I've been with her. I mean, now I've been with her almost 40 years, like 30. It's never occurred to me.
I know that is hard though when you get older because you lose that elastin in your skin.
Is that what happens?
Mm-hmm. And
that's
then,
why I'm divorcing her.
Well, she deserves it.
Yeah, for
She
better or
should've kept that
worse.
elastin.
But we had a carve out, like we have Trump has carve outs for the tariffs.
Oh yeah,
better or worse. But if you lose the elastin, is that what you said? Yeah, if you lose that,
It's not like an elastin supplement.
I'm out.
Nope.
I'm
no
out.
pills.
Nope.
I'm sure Joe could help.
I mean,
Oh, you gotta put ice inside your skin.
If I stay with her long enough, I mean, her eyelids would just come down over her entire face, right? I mean,
Well, there is surgery for that because sometimes it does like droop so low that it impedes your vision.
Well, I've never noticed whatever it is about my wife that's just bothering her, but
Well, maybe you should have noticed.
Maybe she wants you to notice.
Yeah, maybe
She's tugging her eyelids down so you'll
my
know.
point is, it bothers us personally, this thing, but nobody else notices. That's how it. I mean, unless you have a perfect face. Some
I
people
do.
do. Some people do have a perfect face.
Thank you.
Some people.
Some people. Yeah, you're 43. The gravity's going to start having its way with
It
you
already
now.
is, baby.
Yeah.
Old droopy.
Gravity.
Sherry.
Well, there's new lines like around my lips. That's like, what's this? What are these extra?
You're at that age,
spots
though. It is
things?
funny where you just start to notice. You go, oh, I mean, I knew it happened to everybody else, but
Yep,
it's happening to me.
Yeah. it's
I mean,
true.
I'm all white now, my hair and everything. But I remember in my mid to late 30s when it started, I would notice every new white hair, gray hair kind of thing. And then it just becomes too much, becomes overwhelming. You can't notice. Then they start coming in patches, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I guess I was going to age just like everybody else. Somehow I convinced myself that I was going to be the one.
You're absolutely right about that. The fact that I can't grow a full beard, but yet I have 2 gray specks in my beard. I'm
Yeah.
like, how did I get 2 gray specks in an incomplete beard? Makes no sense.
Because you're getting old.
I guess so.
And now you're bleeding inside.
You're falling apart.
You really are, Jared.
I am.
But I remember better days. Better days from
When
this
you didn't
Jared
bleed
Yamamoto.
constantly.
Yes, he was usually not bleeding. Was kind of his default state, was not bleeding.
When I had them as a kid, it's because in the winter it would get cold, and we had electric heat, which is the driest of the heats, and my nose would just bleed all over my pillow at night.
I suspected that it must be something like that because Yeah,
Do you have a dry heat? I can't believe you've gone this far in your life.
There, isn't it?
Well, there might be a mold. We've had so much rain and it's hot, so there's tons of mold.
That's a good point.
Oh, is that what happens?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you have
now-
you have a client-controlled
Too damn
house.
climate controlled.
Yeah, you
I
have-
pay mightily for it.
Yes.
But
Mightily.
Jared, like it's not dry in your home right now, right? Like
It
hasn't it
shouldn't
been
be.
raining like crazy?
It did rain like crazy, but this weekend was one of the few. I guess it did rain
First
a
of
little
all,
bit.
I've been in your home, and it's a very modern home. It's like a
Yeah, I don't
townhouse,
think
and
it's
it has fine HVAC and
Yeah,
all
it
that.
should be fine.
So I don't think
There's
you have.
something happening, right, that is causing the nosebleed to continue to rupture the vessel or something that's
Yeah.
up there.
And the vessel's just not healing.
Too much finger in the nose. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
Probably.
stop digging in.
I gotta keep
Digging
Stop
way too
flicking,
deep.
These
digging,
boogers are worth it, though. I
poking,
gotta-
prodding.
Hey, as long as they're paying 2 cents per booger.
I get a
hate saying-
dime a booger
I hate
on the
say-
south side.
I hate saying that word.
What's wrong
I
with
hate that.
booger?
Oh, there's two words I hate: booger and fart. I just hate those words. I just
What
find,
about booger fart?
No, I can't stand. That's the
Fart booger.
ultimate. I cannot stand those
had
words. They just.
Ew.
So-
Something came out when you farted.
I didn't say anything.
Oh no!
All right, we're getting off the rails here, folks. I just, I want I am still. I opened the show by saying I'm somewhat hopeful for what's going on in the Trump, Putin, Zelensky, talks. But there's one part about it I hope is just, I know that Trump said when he was asked if there would be U.S. troops on the ground in Ukraine as part of this security guarantee, he left it open, which I hope is just so that it can be negotiated away. But I don't think that would be a good place to land, where we've ended the war, but now we have U.S. troops in Ukraine. Because I think there's one thing, and I hope that I'm wrong about this. Sometimes I'm right when I hope I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong when I hope I'm right. But I feel like what no one is talking about, especially the kind of news that we get, which is, Ukraine, we're told that Ukraine is wonderfully unified and they all have the same, it's cobbled together, a few different groups. And I'm not so sure that the Azovs, who are now a battalion, but they were like street thugs years ago, and still, I believe, the best fighters that Ukraine has. I'm not so sure that they're going to accept a deal. It won't be the country of Ukraine can still accept a deal. But I have a slight worry. I'm not rooting for this. But I just don't think people are getting the real dirt about what goes on in Ukraine. And I'm a little worried that there might be, if not a full-blown civil war, some sort of fight within Ukraine between the Azovs and the rest of Ukraine, or the Ukrainian governments. Like, for instance, I think Zelensky would suddenly, if Zelensky has to worry about Putin right now, in terms of, my understanding is that at the beginning of the war, Macron from France got Putin to agree to not target Zelensky and try to assassinate him. And so I'm not so sure that if you get a big deal, that the Azovs don't decide that they've been betrayed or something and turn their guns the other way. Maybe that's even most likely not going to happen, but it's a possibility. We have been propagandized into believing that Ukraine is all on the same page, and they're not. They're not. And like no country is. You should never believe that. There are Israelis who are against what their government's doing. No country in our country.
But our country,
when we were
yeah.
in Iraq. Every country is the same as long as the leader isn't so authoritarian that you don't feel you can speak out. You don't find many countries where everybody's believing the same thing. Hopefully, but again, if that were to happen, I don't want United States troops there, and I don't want United States troops there at all. They need to have. I don't think Putin will accept the UN. Maybe he would accept the UN, those kind of peacekeeping forces they have. Maybe they could have sort of a DMZ kind of situation like North and South Korea. I don't know. Or maybe it's just Western powers are there on the ground and a commitment from the United States that if the S hits the fan in this X, Y, and Z way in the future, we come in and back up the Europeans. I don't know. but I don't think it would be a good idea.
Well, we already have 750 military bases. Let's just put another one.
Might as well. Yeah, might as well. I just don't, and I don't think it's going to be agreed to. It just wouldn't be good for us to be in the middle of that because, you think something's settled and then all of a sudden it erupts again a year later. I don't want to be in the middle of it. So hopefully that isn't going to, hopefully when Trump didn't say we no to that. And also, as Shelley Winter just reminded me, it's from Biden on through Trump, the whole idea of we'll never have boots on the ground. Yeah. We'll never have United States soldiers there. Now, to some degree, you could say, yeah, but they were talking about, while real hostilities were going on. It wouldn't be exactly the same thing, but I don't think it would be good for America to be in somebody else's theater. That's Russia's sphere of influence. And if you don't think they should have one, then why do you still believe in the Monroe Doctrine? That would be my question to you. After that question, I would like to follow that question up with a hello, a howdy to Alex Williams. Howdy, Alex Williams. Alex says there's a travel advisory on 285 in Tucker.
Well, howdy, Mr. Von Hessler. Yes, sir. We are watching that crash right now. It's in two right lanes, 285 northbound, the outer loop, La Vista Road, exit number 37. It's stacked up the ride back toward Memorial Drive. If you'd like, you can head up through downtown as an alternate, although that will be slow. Better news on the west side outer loop, College Park, East Point area, 285 southbound, the outer loop, Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. That crash, it was in two right lanes for quite a while, has moved to the right shoulder, so hopefully the brake lights leaving I-20, the West Freeway, will start to improve. Checking the ride on I-85 northeast of town, it's Andrew Seco.
A little bit of brake lights, 85 northbound, leaving 285 on your way up towards Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104, packing in once again on your way through Sewanee, 85 northbound. Brake lights from Old Peachtree Road up towards 985. This report sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about the sport of common threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name. A Blue Cross Blue Shield healthcare plan of Georgia, Inc. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in two left lanes.
Depend on us.
See some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Skip the hassle of constantly cleaning and costly repairs and sell your home completely stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Sean Hannity here. Now's a great time to sell your home in Atlanta as home values have continued to rise and your home may be worth more than you even realize. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and close within days. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com and you can start packing.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
If you've been in a wreck, trust the strong arm, John Foy & Associates. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. I personally recommend John Foy since I've had the pleasure of personally getting to know him. We've been to a Braves game together, had lunch, and what I've taken away from each of our visits is respect. Respect for how much he cares and wants to help people. John Foy's compassion is what I appreciate. Trust isn't a given, it's earned, and John Foy has earned my trust. I recommend John Foy & Associates at johnfoy.com.
Heavy rain can significantly impact your septic system by saturating the soil and causing backups in your home. I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. We can help. My licensed, insured, experienced team responds 24/7 with upfront pricing and high-quality work.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Details online.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. If your air conditioning isn't working well, I want you to call the folks I trust at Ragsdale Heating and Air. This is Scott Slade, and these are great people. Many with the company for 10, 20, even 30 years. And if you need a new system, they're extending their biggest specials of the summer off a new Carrier home comfort system. And that includes Ragsdale's own 15-year parts and labor warranty. Ragsdale has HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and insulation all under one roof, all with a standard of excellence that's earned over 10,000 five-star reviews. Go to ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is a name I know you can trust.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
One more thing on the summit on last Friday. And I think we made jokes about this during the live lounge. And you were just bringing it up to me, Jared. I think it's a little much to do about nothing. This idea that Trump had the flyover and all of that as a way of, saying
flexing
Putin,
military
might, and perhaps there was a little bit of that. But I think what really happened, and it's actually very important, is with the flyover and the red carpet, is as quickly as they could on an Air Force base in Alaska, where I imagine there aren't a lot of party cities and targets that you can go get stuff, they gave the equivalent of a state visit to Putin. And what that is part of the bargain, even if it's somewhat silent in the background, part of the bargain is Trump as president is not afraid to bring Putin back into the world of nations and to basically open it up to Putin, the idea that, hey, I got 330 million potential customers for you over here, and possibly being brought back in, having these sanctions dropped and all of that. That's not working necessarily, but Putin surely, as leader of Russia, wants to get back. He used to be part of the, what do they call those 7 nations that get together? And
the G7
plus one. It was like G7 plus one. The plus one was Russia. So obviously he would like to be back into that space. And the way that we were doing things was like, even if this war ends, we're not going to talk to him. He's, and so by doing that, I think it isn't really about flexing our military muscle, like we're going to throw a B-2 over Moscow or something like that. Moscow, whichever you say. But more with, hey, if I've got a red carpet here and I'm giving you a state visit welcome, that means there's an entree back into this world of nations that you were kind of part of for a while. And so I think that's why that was there. Although the red carpet didn't seem to be long enough. So
came up a little bit short at the end.
They have what was the town? What is the town that Air Force Base is in?
Anchorage?
Oh, is it in Anchorage?
I didn't realize.
Close,
yeah.
All right, so it's outside. I'm just wondering, like, how many interns were scrambling.
Home Depot is closed.
Yeah, can we get a red carpet anywhere?
They were all out, and you know what? We usually get all of our red carpets, when the tariffs are high, so we didn't want to pay.
Yeah, okay, so it's too much for you.
Too much.
The tariff was too much for you.
High.
So it seemed like the red carpet didn't go all the way to the plane, as I'm recalling. But I think that's what that was about, more than anything else.
Making it feel more official.
Just making it seem like, hey, there's a different, this guy's going to be president for the next 3 years. If we end the war and then open, I think what Trump was trying to say to him is it will be more than the end of a war. We can open things back up. We can cool off, and we can start trading with each other again and drop all the sanctions and all of those kind of things. So I think that's what that was about. I don't think.
I hope you're right, because I
don't think Putin walks away on. And I was thinking about this the other day, because Lindsey Graham was going off again. I don't even want to play it.
War, Putin,
I'm not gay.
And I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking, has there been one moment that Putin looks at Lindsey Graham and what he's saying and just like starts shaking in his boots?
Shaking in my boots.
Like
the little woman from South Carolina scares me.
So I don't think that that kind of display would, I better sign a deal or else there's gonna be B-2s over Moscow.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham to Vladimir Putin is like a little Yorkie or a little tiny dog barking.
Yeah.
I mean, but even in like Lindsey Graham, what I'm liking is from the neocons and Zelensky, the response is different this time. It's even though well, Russia must have to build it, but there's really kind of an acceptance that things are moving this way. I mean, as upset as I was that Friday didn't turn into anything, it really did. Just by meeting Putin on Friday, we've got, 4 or 5 leaders from Europe?
I think Macron
and Zelensky in the White House on Monday.
Yes.
And I think that's basically saying, hey, the train's leaving the station. We want to be on it. Alex Williams has better news on 285 and Tucker.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. All lanes are back open. Crash cleared. Wasn't 2 left lanes. Now all gone. 285 northbound, the outer loop La Vista Road, exit 37. So there's brake lights back into Clarkston. Should start to improve. While on the inner loop through DeKalb, you have the delays find you. 285 east and southbound starting at Peachtree Boulevard down into Tucker. And on the west side outer loop, that crash still working right shoulder. 285 southbound, the outer loop Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. Still some brake lights back to Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, but those are starting to improve. How are things looking on I-20, Andrew Seco?
Got some volume either direction in and out of Lithia Springs, I-20 east and westbound. You'll see the brake lights from Thornton Road down towards 285 working well inside the perimeter, and the ride in and out of the Mall of Stonecrest. You are sluggish either direction from 285 up towards Panola Road, exit 71. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual Imaging's LDCT core body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Joel, it's Eric. I know some of you are concerned about tariff prices impacting things in your lives, including kitchen remodels. Well, listen to this. You can book an appointment this month with Frugal Kitchens and get the Frugal Price Lock. They will lock you into pre-tariff prices. All you got to do is Google Frugal Kitchens for details, and they're offering 0% financing. You want your kitchen remodeled. You want to add value to your home. You're worried about tariffs. Here's your opportunity. Google Frugal Kitchens. Start that kitchen redesign today.
Remember that first paycheck when you started working all those years ago? You looked at the net amount and thought, whoa, what happened here? Ah, the joy of taxes. It could be this way with your retirement accounts. You know how much you've saved, but if you haven't planned for Uncle Sam, you could come up short in retirement. With tax laws constantly changing, there's a lot you need to know to make sure you're not paying more than your fair share. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the Lloyd Advisory Group can help you create a plan that shows you how taxes could affect you now and in the future. Set up your tax strategy session with Mark and the team at the Lloyd Advisory Group now. Call 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Make sure you know how these changes could affect you so you can avoid some of those whoa moments in retirement. Call 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services offered through Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Ashley Frasca, host of Green and Growing for Atlanta's premium sod supplier, NG Turf. Get farm fresh, high-quality sod, including Zeon, Zoysia, and Tiff Tough Bermuda, delivered direct from NG Turf, your premium sod provider. ngturf.com.
At Shane Company, we've been engagement ring experts for almost 100 years. We have the largest selection of diamonds and gemstones in stock. You don't have to wait to compare them side by side. Find the one that speaks to you at shaneco.com or in store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Dave Baker here for Coolray Heating and Cooling. It's August, which means school is back in session. Hey kids, remember homework? Coolray will help keep you cool while you study at home. Right now, Coolray is offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and free installation with the purchase of a complete Carrier system. You know, proper installation is like a summertime sidekick for your HVAC, keeping cool air in and hot air out. Simply go to Coolray.com to book your appointment today. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, it is just in. Cobb County Police announced 2 arrests in the 2024 murder of a father and youth football coach. 43-year-old Curtis Coleman of Powder Springs was shot and killed after he was flagged down for help on Powers Ferry Road. The suspects have been arrested by U.S. Marshals in Pennsylvania. 21-year-old Jaden Hooks and 23-year-old Malik Drake are awaiting extradition now back to Cobb County. It is 92 degrees in Atlanta, staying hot and humid tomorrow. What are the rain chances? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. High-level meetings at the White House this afternoon as world leaders discuss how to end the Russia-Ukraine war.
CBS News special report. President Trump is still hosting Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky and other European leaders at the White House to talk about the Russia-Ukraine war and possibly ending it. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni referred to Russia's invasion of Ukraine when talking about any possible security agreements.
We will talk about many important topics. The first one is security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again.
French President Emmanuel Macron said everybody around the table is in favor of peace.
When we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent, and this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter.
Zelensky on his one-on-one meeting with Trump earlier.
I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one. Maybe the best one will be in the future.
CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
The driver accused in last week's hit and run that killed a truck driver in Marietta is an officer with the Milton Police Department. 48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw of Canton is charged with homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run. Bradshaw's been fired from his job. He had been with Milton Police for 14 years. Marietta police say Bradshaw struck and killed a truck driver from Chattanooga. Nearly 20 new businesses are coming to Lenox Square Mall.
They include 18 restaurants and retailers that are being added or relocated at the Buckhead Mall. Luxury jewelry maker Majuri and women's clothing store Good American are among the brands debuting at Lenox this year. Also coming later this year to Lenox, Levi's, Garage, Kelly's Cajun Grill, and Starbucks. The vice president of leasing for Simon Properties says there's been a shift in Lenox's customer profile to more Gen Z and millennials. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
A new report on obesity rates by age group in each state.
A new analysis from the telehealth company Invigor finds nationally those aged 45 to 54 saw the largest rise in obesity, and that was also the case here in Georgia. Since 2013, the obesity rate in that age group went from just over 34% to well over 44%. West Virginia reporting the highest rates of adult obesity, followed by Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Colorado continues to report the lowest obesity rates in the country. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
UGA is cracking down on the reselling of student football tickets for the upcoming season. Students must bring a photo ID to match their ticket. There will be random spot checks throughout the season. If a student ticket is found to be sold, it will be voided for the rest of the season. This season's home schedule includes marquee games against Alabama, Ole Miss, and Texas. Assembly Studios in Doraville is the newest home of the Georgia Film Academy.
Those wishing for jobs in the busy film and TV industry in Georgia can now take classes at the site of the former GM plant in Doraville.
It's exciting to see something on the north side of town as well. You know, we have Trilith on the south side, and we have quite a few studios there. But on the north side, this is just awesome.
Scott Vota runs the Film Academy for the University System of Georgia and says the new space is the 7th Georgia location to prepare future film and television workers for jobs in the growing industry. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Nighttime construction on a big water main replacement project in DeKalb County may cause some delays for drivers on Claremont Road this week. Crews say they'll be working between Tanglewood Circle and Beaufort Highway each night from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., and that requires a lane shift and lane closure on Claremont in the overnight hours. It's now 4:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
All right, Bill, we're going to check that ride to the northern suburbs. We're 85 northbound. You're on and off the brake pedal, leaving 285 into Cab for the ride up into Norcross, and slow again on and off from Duluth up into Suwanee. 400 northbound. The brake lights find you in Sandy Springs, just north of 285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. Then it's been slow out of Alpharetta into Forsyth County from Windward Parkway up to some earlier trouble before Highway 141, Peachtree Parkway, exit 13. How are we looking on 75 and 575, Andrew Seco?
A little bit of scattered volume. 75 northbound leaving Marietta. Going to be seeing the brake lights on your way up into Ackworth, letting you go just before Highway 92. Same story, 575. Just a little bit of a tap of the brakes northbound as you leave Marietta on your way up into Woodstock. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy this evening with a few hit-or-miss rain showers moving through. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, hot and humid, high 89. A few pop-up storms on Wednesday with highs in the low 90s.
Right now it's 90 in Marietta, 90 in Union City, and 91 in Snellville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hurt on your bike? Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at atlantaramjack.com.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
So I know Gavin Newsom out in California. He's running for president, and he's setting himself up, as many Democrats. This guy in Illinois, Pritzker's trying to do it too. But Newsom's the best known and the most telegenic of these of the Democrats that are running for president. And so they all want to set themselves up as the anti-Trump, the guy who was fighting when everyone else had capitulated. I was there for you, you know. Gavin with the California map redistricting idea to make the Texas redistricting a wash for the House, or maybe even put liberals in charge of the House or whatever. It's all jockeying to basically signal to Democrats, I'm the guy who never laid down. I'm the guy who was always fighting. I'm fighting the good fight when others were giving in, throwing in the towel. And one of the things that he's doing now is he's tweeting or posting.
He's on X a lot, posting on X.
He's posting in the style of Donald Trump. So here's one. We'll just go through this and see how he's doing. Not even J.D. Just Dance Vance can save Trump from the disastrous maps war he has started. By the way, like all caps, mirroring Trump.
Was it at 3 a.m. and he was on the toilet?
No, see, we'll get to that. Not even his eyeliner lines look as pretty as California map lines. He will fail, as he always does. Sad. And I, the peacetime governor, our nation's favorite, will save America once again. Many are now calling me. Are you sure this came from his?
It's his social media. He has a new social media person.
Okay, I see. Governor Newsom press office. Many are now calling me Gavin Christopher Columbus Newsom.
Oh, that's
because of the maps.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, for the left, I don't think they love Christopher Columbus.
No.
Thank you for your attention to this matter, of course, which is how Trump ends most of his missives. Now, so I would say about this is it comes in a story about the lady who's in charge of his social media account. So whether we read that and think that that's cool or not cool, or we hate it or we love it, no one is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Trump on this if they have to hire a team to do it. Just as you said, 3 a.m. on the toilet. One thing people know is Trump writes his own stuff.
Yeah.
The reason we know it is because we all work for corporations and know all the things we're not supposed to say, and he says them. If Trump's stuff went through a filter, we would rarely talk about Trump's postings.
Oh, we got to test them, though. We got to test those terms.
Exactly. So so if Governor Newsom, if this is the way he feels like this is the way to become president in 2028, and who knows, maybe he will, you got to be the one that is doing the writing if you're going to go toe-to-toe with somebody else who doesn't have a team to do his writing.
He has to keep those good looks, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
He has to get his beauty sleep.
Well, he can wake up. He can wake up at 6:30 in the morning. Go to sleep a little earlier.
He scares people, too.
Wake up, America. Wake up.
Wake up.
You will not have a country if he rigs this election.
Isn't that what the big racist used to say?
Wake up.
Wake up. They used to say, wake
up,
America.
white people. Just that guy on Howard.
Oh, that guy that was on
from
Stern.
Gainesville.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's whenever I hear wake up, I think racism, but I guess it can be used in different ways.
Wake up.
What's that? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's make love tonight.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
There you go. Well, there you go. There's this. Wake up means
so many things.
So many things to so many different people.
He had another covfefe over the weekend. He truthed out Bella.
Oh, I saw that. Was it
B-E-L-A? No explanation.
Bella.
Wake up, America. Wake up.
It's like my dad.
You will not have a country if he rigs this election.
It's like
you will have a president who will be running for a 3rd term. Mark my word.
Yeah.
I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around.
Give me a break.
The rules do not apply to them.
Yeah, but they do. So it's not possible.
And he knows it. Trump knows it.
Of course. You cannot just defy the Constitution. It's an amendment to the Constitution. There's no defying it. He's not going to run again. I don't care how much his idiot son thinks he can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you think he can, or if you think he's got the audacity to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. Think about something else. It's not going to happen. It's an amendment to the Constitution, and unless you have another amendment that nullifies that amendment, much like prohibition, then it's not going to happen. So can we talk about things that are maybe going to happen? Might he try? I don't know. Maybe he'll try. But he won't be allowed to be president. Because if he is, none of the amendments, even the first and the second, the ones you cherish, will mean anything anymore.
Smart tactic on Newsom to use that, because I bet a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, good politician understands how stupid people are and how ignorant people are, including the one in office right now. Believe me.
Oh, he knows. He knows what he's doing.
Wake up.
Wake up.
So, yeah, if being president means how many idiots can you get to the polls, I think Newsom's a real threat.
He does seem to be the presumptive nominee.
I think that he will be the nominee, which seems crazy, but the people on the left don't care about the job he's done in California. Right. What they care about is he's tall, he's handsome, he looks like a president, which means we might win. That's all. People can get involved in politics for all the idealistic reasons they want, but once you are rooting for a team, first and foremost, you want the team to win. And Gavin Newsom looks like a TV president. So, and this guy Pritzker in Illinois, maybe he's even better at the game, but not for nothing. Look into the Ozempic. You got 3 years.
Yeah. He's got time.
He's got time. He's got time. But if he could go up against handsome, the only flaw, and maybe it makes him seem more grounded, less sort of idealistic and airy, is that kind of, not quite RFK Jr., but gravelly kind of voice that Newsom has.
Yeah.
Maybe that actually helps him, kind of grounds him a little bit. But I would see him as the presumptive favorite to be the nominee next
feels
time.
like this weekend he kind of became.
And he's also one of those guys who looked in the mirror when he's 8 years old and said, "I want to be a president." You know, these are the people that become president.
If they have a primary, they'll tear him apart though for what he's done in California or not done.
Unless
What do you
Kamala
mean?
gets in there.
Really? What, for the people from Illinois,
No,
New York State?
No, the fires. They're going to have negative attack ads.
Sure they are. Sure they are. But I think he's going to have the corporate money.
Yeah.
Until somebody else shows up. This guy Pritzker, is it Pritzker or Pritzker? Whatever.
Pritzker.
In Illinois, he is fabulously wealthy, so he can, I think, pull a Trump and doesn't require as many donors. But wealthy people don't get wealthy by wasting their money, so they would rather have donors like Trump. He put a lot of his own money up front the first time around, and then realized, I don't like spending my own money on this stuff. So they like to get donors. I think Newsom is going to be first with the donor class because, again, never discount how much looking like a TV president helps you.
So you're probably going to have in 2028 Newsom, Pritzker, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala probably runs again.
Buttigieg is
VP
a
maybe.
non-factor. Buttigieg is a non-factor. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you're talking about a nomination process, it's just that he's got to become a lot better next time around than he was last time around. And he had a job as the transportation secretary, and you never heard from the guy. So that said, if Gavin Newsom had been the transportation secretary for 4 years, you would know. His office would, because he would have been running for president the whole time. And it's not like Buttigieg is better. He has been running for president the whole time, but he doesn't seem. These people don't win the presidency that get energy and then take a few weeks off and then get these. You just have to be wired to be running for president of the United States. If you want to be president of the United States, you have to run for like 8 years. Really, you start with if you're in Congress, the kind of legislation, if you're a governor, the kind of story you're trying to tell. I think Jimmy Carter moved basically to Iowa and lived there for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, and then when he won, didn't he? I think he won Iowa. Look it up. I'm pretty sure he won Iowa, and nobody in the country had any idea who this guy was. It was a different time. No internet, didn't have 24-hour news, but basically he just embedded himself in Iowa, and then the country's like, who's this guy? But he wanted to be president. He put 4 years into one state.
He
And
won it, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be that way. And I just don't think Buttigieg. I just don't think he has. I don't think he wants it enough. To be quite honest, a guy like Gavin Newsom, man, if he dies without being president, he will consider his life a failure. Alex Williams says it's a full house through downtown.
The brake lights are glowing this afternoon, Eric. 85 south, you jam in just below Georgia 400. 75 south in northwest Atlanta, right around Howell Mill, Northside Drive. And it is going to be a long, slow ride as you make that trek down toward I-20. Even some brake lights south of there, on and off. You've got Highway 166, Langford Parkway. Northbound slows before University Avenue. No relief from that until you're up past Peachtree, Pine Street into Midtown. How are things looking on 285 circling the city, Andrew Seco?
Still seeing the worst of it as you leave Doraville. 285 east, the inner loop, always the worst spot here. Packing in from Buford Highway down towards Memorial Drive, exit 41. Brake lights leaving Sandy Springs. 285 west, the outer loop. You're jammed down towards I-20 and south of I-20. Got a couple extra brake lights taking you in and out of the East Point area. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office identifies 57 sets of cremains.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
We've got it covered.
Atlanta jurors convict a former Customs and Border Protection officer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Hey, it's Scott Slade for FGA Roofing. If your home's exterior could use an updated look, or maybe one of your neighbor's designer roofs has caught your eye, and your current roof has started to show its age, then now's the perfect time to check out FGA Roofing for the latest in architectural shingles, timberland shingles, and more. Slate, tile, wood shake, cedar roofs, FGA has them all. FGA Roofing offers 0% financing for 12 months with your good credit. Get the roof you want now and pay over time. Click firstgaroof.com. That's firstgaroof.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
A DUI conviction could get you fired, get your license suspended, and increase your insurance rates. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. I recommend you talk to my friend George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Go to georgestein.com.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good. It makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Well, there appears to have been some movement, I guess, at this talks with the Europeans and Zelensky. So Trump has stopped that meeting. And although I guess that's B-roll I'm seeing on the monitor. And he has called Putin, although it's 11:50 at night.
Hello? Hello, this is Vladimir Putin. Hello?
Hey, Vlad.
Hey, Mr. Trump,
Hey,
Mr. President, how are you? I'm sorry, I fell asleep watching the paper, the Office reboot.
What, the Office knockoff? You're watching the paper?
Watching the paper, yes. Let me tell you, it's not as good. No Jim.
Oh, you
I
miss
like
Jim?
Yeah.
And Dwight Schrute. What's his name? No, his name is Dwight
That's Rainn Wilson.
Right, Dwight Schrute is across the beats.
Hey, we got all these. I'm not gonna try to do Trump's voice. we got all these. We got these leaders here, and they want to make a deal on Ukraine war.
Oh, that's good news.
Can we do that now? We could just go ahead and put an end to this now. We
Well,
can wake
first-
up, get some coffee, maybe, and
Well, first I have to take my kitty Khrushchev. I tell you about earlier. He has a bit of a cough. I have to
Your
take him
kitty?
to my kitty Khrushchev.
your kitty cat. Don't you have
Yes.
people? Don't you have people who could take the cat to the vet?
Oh, yes, but he is my fur baby. He's my fur baby. And,
Are you ghosting us?
no.
Vlad.
I would never ghost. If I was ghosting, I would not have answered the
That's
phone.
true, but maybe you thought that I was going to call and tell you something nice. I don't know.
Where are we in the negotiations? Have we reached an agreement? Can we have our land?
Well, that's what we. That's why we need to get you on a Zoom call with these guys and see if we can.
Let me clean up my kitchen. Or you know what? I'll turn blue on.
Yeah, turn on the
blur so you can
so-
see behind,
yeah.
or maybe I'll.
Why don't you go to the bathroom,
Get green
and
screen.
throw a little water on your face.
Freshen up there.
Freshen
Wash
up.
your face.
And,
I'll go get the vodka.
and just let somebody else take the cat. I mean, who cares?
No, I
You get
have
another
my
cat.
third. No, we're talking about.
Get another cat.
There's no deal if you make fun of my Russian blue. He's my Russian blue, my little baby boy. Khrushchev, I love you so much.
Are you sleeping? Or are
Oh,
you
that's
smoking a
kitty.
bong?
No, that's my kitty.
That's
the
purring.
He's purring.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he's
Well,
my sweet little
why have you-
baby blue Russian blue kitty.
Those Russian blue cats
He's
are beautiful.
purring like that, then I think he's okay. Doesn't need to go to the vet.
Well, it's because he knows how much I love him. He's my sweet little boy. Yes, oh, daddy little boy. All right, whatever. We make a
I
deal.
love you too.
I love you too, Mr. President. We make a deal. It's great. I have to take cat to vet now.
Okay, we'll talk to you after you get back from the vet.
До свидания.
That's how you know that Trump has no filter there. The fact that he is he's calling him at 11:54 at night. You know, it's I feel like that would be rude to call a world leader.
Now, here's the thing. When I was in Spain, they were different than here. Like, things didn't even
Yeah,
really
they're
get
up.
going until like 8 o'clock, 9
That's
o'clock
Europe,
at
though.
night.
Russia's like
Europe.
that?
Well, Moscow is in Europe, I think. Is it
Yes,
not?
it
The part
is.
of
It
Russia
is.
that's
Yes.
in Europe, yes.
Is it?
Part of Russia is in Europe, and part of Russia is not in Europe.
The Urals are the demarcation, right?
Yeah, that's what.
The Ural mountain range.
Technically, Europe's just a peninsula of Asia.
Okay.
You're a peninsula.
All right. All right, Yamamoto.
Mr. Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we all have to,
Technically, yes.
Even he doesn't know what he's talking about. Anytime he brings up Asia, we all have to go, okay, I guess
Oh,
you
konnichiwa.
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, Yamamoto,
Last name's Yamamoto. Hey,
gotta s-
Bolivia, do you ever follow Bolivia? Because you're part Bolivian.
course.
Well, apparently they just
Of course.
they just elected their first non-socialist leader in a very long
They're
time.
looking over at their neighbors in Argentina and seeing the success that they're having.
Are they having success? It depends on what you read.
I think
Sometimes I read the Argentina experiment is a complete flop, and
The-
then other times I read that it's going great. I have no idea.
the biggest issue Argentina had was their inflation numbers. They've really, really brought that
Okay,
down.
the biggest issue they have for me is I don't live there and I don't care. Alex Williams says it's slow on 400 northbound out of Alpharetta.
Yeah, I think we had some 400 trouble in the median between or just south of Highway 141, Peachtree Parkway, exit 13, and it jammed up that northbound ride leaving Windward Parkway and some southbound delays, albeit seems to be improving just a tad bit. Also watching a sea of brake lights on 316 eastbound this afternoon, leaving I-85. It's all volume, it looks like, just trying to make that ride out into Lawrenceville. New trouble on I-20 in West Atlanta, Andrew Seco.
Just saw officials pull up to the stall on the left lane here at the Jam Cam I-20 eastbound MLK Junior Drive, exit 53. Already mixing with the volume. You're seeing the brake lights all the way back towards Riverside Parkway, exit 46. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Fall's almost here. That means football, tailgates, friends stopping by after school events. So make sure your home is guest ready. I'm Chris Chandler, and Wise Guys Pro Wash had my house, deck, driveway, even my roof looking brand new in just one day. Their soft wash protects your home from any chipping or peeling while making it shine. Their certified technicians will have your home looking its best for everybody coming by. So mention me, Chris Chandler, for $70 off at wiseguysprowash.com. Book now before the schedule fills up.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, fresh Georgia-grown Southern peaches or California yellow nectarines are just $1.29 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath. You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years at gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked!
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years. The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area.
Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a police officer charged with hit and run. The suspect accused of killing a truck driver in Marietta last week worked for a Metro Atlanta Police Department.
48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw turned himself in Friday as the suspect wanted for striking and killing a truck driver who left his big rig to look into a separate collision on I-75. It turns out Bradshaw was the man police believe left the scene of the fatal hit and run. He was a lieutenant, a 14-year-old veteran with the Milton Police Department. Milton police say Bradshaw was off duty at the time. The department first suspended him and has now fired him from his job. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Isolated rain showers around the metro area tonight. What are the rain chances the rest of the week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. New developments in the killing of a youth football coach in Cobb County. 2 men are now in custody.
It was back in March of 24 when Curtis Colin's body was found in his car along Powers Ferry Road. Now the 2 suspects wanted in connection to the 43-year-old's death have been arrested in Pennsylvania. Authorities say that 21-year-old Jaden M. Hooks and 23-year-old Malik Drake were arrested without significant incident by U.S. Marshals. Police say Hooks and Drake flagged Coleman down while he was driving home from work, then shot him in his car. Back in May, the reward for information leading to their capture was boosted to $10,000. Hooks and Drake are now awaiting extradition back to Cobb County. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Brookhaven police make an arrest today in a deadly shooting Sunday along Buford Highway. 31-year-old Jose Carlos Ignacio faces numerous charges, including murder and cruelty to children. The shooting victim is identified as Gerardo Cruz Cortez. Police say the suspect was drinking with the victim when there was an argument about a gun. New information today on a murder in Atlanta last week. The woman's naked body found at a storage unit on Camden Road in southwest Atlanta. The victim identified now as 29-year-old Alexis Harlow. She was shot to death. Atlanta police are asking anyone with information to give them a call. Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward. High-level meetings at the White House today to discuss ending the Russia-Ukraine war. President Trump meets with Ukrainian President Zelensky and leaders from across Europe. Trump says he hopes it leads to talks between Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine working also together in agreement with President Putin.
President Trump is indicating any deal would involve American security for Ukraine to prevent future aggression by Russia. A plan to solve problems at the Fulton County Jail.
To build what we call a special purpose facility for mental health, medical health, or other special needs, and to make critical repairs to the main jail at Rice Street.
Fulton County Commission Chair Rob Pitt says a team developed the plan using recommendations of a federal monitor. The $1.1 billion facility could be done in about 5 years if it's approved by the county commission. The public has a chance to pay respects to a fallen DeKalb County police officer this Friday.
Officer David Rose, a recent police academy graduate and Marine veteran who deployed to Afghanistan, was killed when a single gunman opened fire on the CDC campus on Clifton Road on August 8th. His pregnant widow and 2 children will be joined by family, friends, and his colleagues, as well as the general public, to honor his memory in a service at 11 a.m. Friday at First Baptist on North Peachtree. Seating is on a first-come, first-served basis, as is the available on-site parking. The service will also be streamed online through the county's digital platform, DCTV 23. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
A change of heart for South Fulton's embattled mayor. Mayor Khalid Kamau announcing today he will run for re-election after saying in April he wouldn't seek another term. Kamau, also known as Mayor Kobe, has faced questions about his spending of city money. City Councilwoman Carmelita Gums and the city's first mayor, Bill Edwards, have already announced they are running for mayor. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching brake lights on 85 northbound out of DeKalb up toward Norcross. It's all that merging madness from 285 heading up toward Pleasantdale Road. Then you're on and off the brakes the whole way, pretty much up to I-985. Just off the phone with Forsyth County officials. They tell me they're working to crash only one lane open, Georgia 400 northbound, Highway 369. That's Browns Bridge Road. You're already seeing the brake lights back to Pilgrim Mill. You can use Highway 9 as an alternate. We're also watching plenty of delays through downtown, Andrew Seco.
Brake lights, and more brake lights, Alex. No crashes or stalls, mind you, just the car in front of you anywhere you're trying to go. Northbound, slow out of East Point up into Midtown. Southbound, we're packing in just south of 400 on 85 proper, and you are slowing and going all the way down towards I-20. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. And here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, warm and muggy this evening. Sunset just before 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time. A few isolated rain showers or thunderstorms moving through, then drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 89. A few pop-up storms on Wednesday, high near 90. Partly to mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high of 88. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Widespread rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday, highs in the low to mid 80s.
And Storm Tracker radar showing a few isolated rain showers this afternoon. It's 91 in Roswell, 93 in Decatur, 94 in Stockbridge. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I know this is going to insult you, Yamamoto, but I don't care.
Oh, boy.
I've had enough of this heat. I'm ready for the fall.
Yeah.
No.
Bring on the fall.
No.
Football weather. Let's get on that.
Weather, but
let's get on that glide to Christmas.
Well, it's almost November, and that's when it cools off.
Is it almost November?
Usually, that's when it starts getting
No, I know.
chilly.
We still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Here in the dog days of August.
When we see the peak leaves here in Georgia, it's usually the first or second week of November.
You and the wife get in the Jeep and go
Hell
up
yeah.
north and hey, look at that! Look at those.
They go around the
leaves.
perimeter.
No,
Over
that's
and over and
Valentine's Day. Thank you very much. On during the peak leaf season, we take
Peak leaf season.
we take the
Peak leaf.
we take the top off the Jeep and take the doors off and go drive to the mountains.
And
Love it.
you guys both remove your tops.
Of course,
Yeah, of course, as everybody does on peak leaf season.
Gotta show your goods.
I love fall, and I think it looks beautiful as well. It's funny though, but it's because it's all dying. Like you're really just looking at death.
Yeah,
and it looks
No,
so
they're not
beautiful.
dying.
What the leaves
The
as they
leaves
fall
are.
off the trees, they're
Yes,
dying.
but that doesn't mean the tree is dying.
No, the leaves are dying. Is
Yes,
what I mean.
but you're saying it's just a piece. It's like your nails
Hold
chipping
on.
off.
Wait, stop. You're overreacting. I started it by saying I love it too.
No, you're talking about you
I
look
love it
around and
too.
you see death.
I'm
That's
saying,
what you said.
I said it's ironic that the
you
beauty.
said that you want to die when it's fall outside.
It's like when you see a beautiful sunset. That's because it's a lot of pollution. The more pollution, the more beautiful the sunset. So it's just ironic.
So it's time to pollute more.
Do you need to speak to someone? Are you okay?
Are you going to tell me that more pollution doesn't equal a better sunset?
I'm just saying you seem to be
Light
in
has to
crisis
bounce off
right
the
now.
particulates. The more particulates, the more
No, he's talking
light,
about particulates.
Red
He's in
sky at
trouble.
night, sailor's delight.
Red sky in the morning, though.
Sailors say
At
warning.
dawn.
What?
What?
At dawn. Doesn't rhyme with warning.
Red sky at night. Red sky at night, a sailor's delight. Red sky at dawn, before long.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way.
You'll be drowned.
I saw, it's amazing. It's amazing. Now I'm going to keep on going.
Good for you, Eric.
Oh,
I am a professional.
You don't want to play?
Of course I do. I want to. It's amazing to me that song was ever a hit. The Fix.
Red skies at night.
That's all they said, isn't it?
I don't know this song.
Oh no, it was a big hit, early MTV. All that we pulled up, the Fix with 2 X's. It was, I swear, as I recall, the only words in this song were "Red skies at night." Oh, oh.
That's all I remember from that song.
And let's see what they got for us. I don't think there's any verse or anything.
Yeah, it's got
nice build-up. Oh, do you have words
I got
in
the
there?
lyrics, yeah.
What? I must have been really high.
Should
in the
have
early 80s.
taken warning. It's just people mourning.
Wow, it's got a long build-up.
Yeah,
Isn't
it was
that
like
80s production?
yeah.
Dum, dum, ding.
Yeah.
Is this a remix?
Oh. I know this song.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm telling you, that's all he says. Don't listen to Jared.
It says, should have taken warning. It's just people mourning.
Is that it?
Running, hiding, lost.
I saw them.
He's a good singer.
I like this where we give songs to Jared that he doesn't know.
Yeah,
And he
and he
just
starts
makes them
singing
up.
them.
And karaoke's them without knowing them.
I
With no beat or anything.
I saw the most 80s show in the 80s. And I don't know who, I think there were 4 bands, but I remember that it was Flock of Seagulls, The Fix, and The Police. Is there a more 80s show than that show? It's
Who
hotter
opened?
than hell.
Who
Huh?
opened?
I
The
don't know.
Police.
I can't remember. Yeah, it was The Police were first, and I think a Flock of Seagulls were the headliners.
They played 2 songs and left.
It was hard to follow every step you take, but the other bands managed it somehow. The Fix had another song that was a hit.
One thing leads to another.
Yeah, that did
Secret
it.
separation.
Well, I don't know about secret separation, but one thing leads to another. There's another one that didn't have that many words. My guess is they all went into like the electronics industry or something like that in the 90s.
I think the Fix still tours.
Do they
Saved by Zero, that was another one.
Oh, Saved by Zero.
Oh, Saved by Zero.
Hey, it turns out the Fix is one of your favorite bands. You
I
just didn't
think
even
so.
know.
I had no idea.
You just didn't even know.
I gotta check out the Fix.
Hey, you won't have MSNBC to kick around for much longer because
Yeah.
they're changing their name.
MS Now.
Oh, how original. Well, that's the first time one
They
of
should
these...
call themselves IMSNBC.
Plus.
Yeah,
The
plus.
now stands for News Opinion World.
What?
The News Opinion in the World, I think.
Pulling it up right
World.
I don't know what the MS stands for now.
It's
Multiple sclerosis.
MS, My Source News Opinion World.
My Source News Opinion World. Give that person in the office a raise.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we need
That's just-
you to go
we say
find.
that all the time, right?
What?
Like
Yeah.
we say those kinds of things all the time. World Opinion News, Max.
Yeah,
World,
rolls right off our tongue. Also,
World
that
Opinion Max also.
These are like all buzzwords.
now is like there's HBO now. There's ABC News now. There's nothing new about it. How hard is it to think of something new?
Well,
I'll bet you the
New
MS
Doom test.
I'll bet you Microsoft wishes they would have dropped the MS because that started as a Microsoft MSNBC in the 90s started as a joint production between Microsoft and NBC, and it was all about computers and technology. This is like 1990. I was still in LA, so it was probably either 97 or 98.
They had
It
that great
started.
Charles Grodin show every night. where he would just
No,
get
that was
angry.
CNBC.
Oh, that was?
That was CNBC.
Oh.
This was all about computers and technology. MSNBC. If you remember what like ZDTV or Tech TV, what
Yeah.
that became, that's what MSNBC was supposed to be, and it was about 10 minutes too soon. Not enough people had computers. It was ahead of its time, and a matter of fact, a lot of the people ended up over on Tech TV. So it was supposed to be this coming technology age, computers, and we're going to cover it, and that failed very early. I don't know how long that lasted. I don't even know if it lasted a year. And then they just started doing news, and then they decided to be the alternative to Fox News. But all the while, Microsoft had their MS mixed up inside of there. I'll bet they wish they would have gotten. Although now it means my what? My source?
Got it right here.
My
Source
source.
Opinion World.
My source.
My source
Yeah.
opinions.
My source. It's
My
My
source.
Source News Opinion World.
That is so
Yeah,
annoying.
it's just only a corporate mind. only. Hey, I think we ought to use that thing. You know how a bunch of other people are using now? Yeah, here's my original idea. We should use it too.
Oh, but it's going to be different because the now's going to stand for different things.
You
the
go up,
N-O-W.
You go up to somebody from ABC News and you put them on the spot. You ask them what ABC News Now means. They won't be able to tell you.
Well, it is ABC News, right? But it's now.
Yeah, but what are the letters? What do they mean?
Now.
You see.
Currently.
Don't you wish you had us in your boardroom with our
Frank knows what he's talking about. Frank is a genius.
Yeah, thank you, Jared. I
Frank
appreciate it. Yes. It stands for news only we can do.
Brilliant, Frank. Brilliant, Frank.
How about this, guys?
Yeah.
That's now do.
Yeah, but we dropped the
Hold on. How about this one? News on weather. Huh?
No, listen, we can't because we do more than just the weather. We're not just going to talk about the weather.
Not only weather.
Not only weather. That covers everything.
There we go.
Did we used to only be weather? Because that's kind of
Sometimes.
implying that we used to only do weather.
When there were storms.
If I was in the room, I'd be like, how about we use something nobody's ever used before and it's really interesting and cool?
Shut up, Jim.
ABC
Get
Kill.
out of here. Huh?
ABC Kill.
Guys, it's 5:14. Why are we still working? I've got the company card. Let's go get some drinks.
All
Let's go
right,
party.
all
Let's go
right.
have some fun.
I got some booger sugar if you want some, babe.
All right.
WSB
You
now.
know what? That convinces me that it is my source news opinion world. Let's go get
Company
some
card. Let's go.
Let's have some fun at the strip club. All right, Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Watching the brake lights this afternoon, Eric, 285 east and southbound. The inner loop, you're bunched up as you leave Georgia 400 for the ride over to Dunwoody. Then it gets slower again from I-85 heading southbound into Tucker and Clarkston. If you're traveling 285 west, the outer loop, you're on and off that brake pedal from Georgia 400 in Sandy Springs, passing I-75 and Truist Park. That route will get busier with the Braves at home tonight. And southbound, it's moderate volume through Smyrna Vinings to I-20, the West Freeway. Big jam on Georgia 400 northbound through Cumming, Andrew Seco.
Going to crash only one lane getting by, Alex. 400 northbound getting towards Brown Bridge Road. A few miles of delays already. You may want to avoid the area altogether. Hop on Highway 9. This report sponsored by the Georgia Aquarium. This summer, experience bioluminescence and all things light during glow nights at Georgia Aquarium. Save $10 after 4 p.m. Just visit georgiaaquarium.org. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
Basically, the text of the email reads like this.
Local.
Someone bought a car with my credit, and someone tried to file a tax return.
Mark Aram.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Two houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical. But one had an orchard sign, and it sold for way more. So what happened? Well, the first homeowner used a traditional agent. And after weeks of sitting on the market, price drops, and mounting frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list the home, they knew how to market it properly. They knew which upgrades would attract serious buyers, brought in pros to handle the prep, and positioned the home to sell for top dollar. And thanks to Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that homeowner moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No showings, no disruptions, no living in limbo. That's the difference. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
This year marks the 90th anniversary of Social Security, a cornerstone of financial security in America. For 9 decades, it has kept hundreds of millions of Americans out of poverty and given families across the country peace of mind and dignity in retirement. That's why AARP will never stop fighting to protect the Social Security payments you've earned. Learn more at aarp.org/protect Social Security. That's aarp.org/protect Social Security. Paid for by AARP Georgia.
Hey friends, when was the last time you hopped out of bed without your knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning, step by step? Let me guess, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it'll disappear, I'll tough it out, but nothing ever changes, does it? Hey, it's Mark Aram. Time to call and schedule that free consultation with the medical pros at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Bring your x-rays and your MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new. Best case, you get your life back. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call. 770-285-8026. Ask about that free consultation. 770-285-8026.
You know how many times people call me to fix their garage door so they can sell their house? For years, they put up with the squeaking and the jamming, or they don't even use it because they lost the remote. Then when it comes time to sell, they fix it up nice for the next guy. For the exact same money, you can fix it up now and enjoy it yourself while you still live there. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. An expert repair, replacement remote, or garage door tune-up will give you years of trouble-free service. Works great for you, works great for the next guy when you decide to sell. Because you deserve to live in a house as nice as the real estate ad you're going to write about it. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and maybe enjoy your garage door so much you decide not to move. Think of the money that'll save.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
As we dive into summer, it's good to know that Georgia Power has a variety of resources to help you save money and find assistance for your energy bills. This is Scott Slade. The Georgia Power My Power Usage Alerts can send you email updates on how much energy you're using. Just go to georgiapower.com/usage and log into your account. For income-qualified customers, there are discounts available when you meet certain criteria. There's even a community assistance and resource locator that can help. Find out more at georgiapower.com/assistance.
Well, what do they call it? MSNBC or MS Now or MS Then, whatever. My prediction is that this Rachel Maddow has got another haircut coming. Now, I did not realize. I looked at this. She did take a $5 million cut rather recently. She was making $30 million per year. And doesn't she do like one show a week? Monday?
I think she's back on more often. I've seen her more often.
She was during the election, but I think she's still.
I thought her show was that what's her name that used to work for Biden.
Yeah, well, yeah, she took over that show, but I think that Rachel Maddow has the Rachel Maddow show in and of itself as a thing. I believe is one time a week.
Yeah, it's Mondays at 9:00.
Is that when Jon Stewart does his one day a week? I don't know what time
Jon
Stewart is.
It is on Mondays, yes.
Man, this is really great. I got to go back. Hey, I just want to work Mondays. Does that mean I get $30 million?
Talk to the boss about that.
Oh, no. You got to be here every day. Let me get this straight. We're going to give you a whole bunch more money, and you're going to do way less for us. Wow, that was a great deal. She could pretend to be a socialist all she wants, but that's a capitalist move right there.
It does say that she has to be available for select hits during the week. So sometimes she has to do like interviews.
She's on call.
She's on call.
Yeah.
So does she drink? She can't. She's got to wait till she does the MS spot before she can start drinking. But so she did take a cut, $5 million down to $25 million. That was a 5-year deal. My guess is there's even more revisions coming because the money just isn't there anymore. Does Rachel Maddow bring $25 million worth of value to what they're doing? And it's getting to the point now with the way things are working out and inflation and all of these things that companies are – Tom Cruise was told no to the initial budget of his next movie. I can't remember. It's an underwater thing. It's an underwater adventure.
Top Boat?
Something along those lines, I think. Now, you'd think with Tom Cruise and whatever, and he wanted something like, $250 million. And they're like, no, we're not putting up $250 million because those days are starting to go away. And you look at these, even like, and I think that kind of thinking now in corporations and media is starting to go on, where it's literally like, it used to be like, well, I want Anderson Cooper because that brand means something, and I'm willing to pay for that. And if I'm on the left, I want Rachel Maddow just to have her as an ambassador. That kind of stuff, the rubber has to start meeting the road here at some point. And all the money that you pay people has to make sense. And if it's gone up to the Tom Cruise level, I think it's going to hit everybody below the Tom Cruise level. So, and in the movies, getting to the Tom Cruise side of things, you've had this recent example of Superman and the Fantastic Four, which basically got really good reviews. I mean, sure, there are people who don't like both of them, but both got very good reviews, and both did not do Marvel movie that gets great reviews business, which means, there's a lot of fatigue out there, and these companies have lost a lot of money. Whether it's in news or film, these companies have lost a lot of money since the pandemic. Between the pandemic shutdown and then the pushback to all the woke stuff, and they've just lost a lot of money. And so I think clearer heads are going to prevail. I mean, why they don't know that they could just save almost all of that money, give Eric Von Hessler $10 million. He'll do 5 shows a week and put you right where you need to be. The show people are talking about, the show that people either love or hate. But either one, they're talking about that Autumn Fisher and how sexy she is on this show. Only show with a co-host from a closet in Baltimore.
Wow.
That's right. What is she doing in there? You don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
What if they relocate you, Eric?
Huh?
What if they relocate you in order to take that $10 million?
Oh, I would relocate for $10 million.
To Autumn's closet. To Autum's closet?
I'd get a cot. $10 million?
You have to cuddle up with the dog.
I'll give Autumn $1 million, and I'd take the 9.
But
How's
the
that
dog.
sound? Good split?
I love it.
You get $1 million, I'd take the 9.
She could afford doggy daycare.
She could afford doggy daycare, and also, by the way, that's before I pay any taxes. So I give you the $1 million, you got to pay the taxes.
Wait, this is net or gross or something?
Really
this may be why you don't really have that much money. First, you have to understand the terms.
When it doesn't have taxes out, it's gross.
That's right. It's gross.
Because,
Gross.
ew, it's not done.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. And then it went through a net.
Yeah. And that net.
Who's a net?
A net Funicello.
Don't ask.
Okay.
And that net caught enough money so that you could have $1 trillion a year military. And then after you pay off your taxes locally, you get to keep what's left. Isn't that nice of the government?
Yeah.
It's good.
They always take care of us.
Of course they do. It's all they think about is us. Never their own power. That's why we live in a great country. Alex Williams says there's trouble on I-20 in Lithonia.
And thanks to your good luck and the help of a hero, Eric, it just cleared out of a right lane. It was a crash, 20 westbound before Panola Road exit 71. That's why there's a little extra pressure on that ride through Lithonia. Also seeing a few eastbound delays through that work zone, 20 eastbound leaving 285 out to Panola Road exit 71. What's cooking out on the West Freeway of I-20, Andrew Seco?
Just some brake lights, nothing to write home about, but they are slowing you down either direction, I-20 east and west. They're popping up between 285 all the way out past Thornton Road, letting you go before you hit Highway 92. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
If you've ever organized your closet only to have it look like a bomb went off in there 1 month later, then it's time to call Artisan Custom Closets. Dave Baker here with a custom spacious closet from Artisan. You'll never have to deal with all that clutter again. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. I've been in banking for over 30 years, and my team and I know that businesses have the best results when they work with local bankers who know the Atlanta market. Bankers who will work to understand your business operations and bring good ideas to the table. At Ameris Bank, we do that. I invite you to reach out so we can start a conversation. Visit amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Imagine the relief of windows without annoying drafts or high energy bills. Window Comfort's making it easier than ever with buy two, get two free, no payments till 2026, and expert one-day installation. Go to windowcomfort.com for your no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
This is Scott Slade with how a short phone call can change your life for the better. Take a few minutes and call MyLand and see if there's a way to put money in your pocket every month. There's so many options with MyLand. Here's an example. One of my friends at MyLand is looking at a reverse mortgage for his mom, who's 82. She's currently in a house that's paid for and too much to take care of by herself. So they're considering a reverse mortgage by selling her current house, then buying a smaller one by only putting 50% down and then putting the other 50% in her bank account, essentially trading homes and putting a couple of $100,000 in her pocket. If you or your parents have a similar situation, call MyLand, where the guys and gals there will put together a plan that's just right for you with no obligation. Call 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com. Spell it M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. When you have plumbing problems, you need it done quickly and on your schedule. Superior Plumbing will work around your schedule night and day. They've served Atlanta for almost 40 years. They want to be your plumber for life, and they'll earn your trust by doing the work correctly the first time. So do what I did and call Superior Plumbing night or day to have a trusted plumber fix your plumbing issues.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top story, world leaders are sounding cautiously optimistic today about a potential deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war.
I think if we play this well, we could end this.
CBS's Stacey Lynn reports NATO's Secretary General is among the world leaders at the White House meeting today with President Trump.
President Trump said the Alaska summit reinforced that.
While difficult, peace is within reach, and I believe that.
And he said Russian President Putin agreed
that Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine.
One of the key points that he says will be considered with European leaders.
Like who will do what?
He says he is optimistic
that collectively we can reach an agreement that would deter any future aggression against Ukraine.
President Trump is indicating any deal will involve U.S. security for Ukraine. It is 91 degrees in Atlanta, and we do have some isolated rain showers around the metro area at this hour, mostly on the west side right now. What day could bring widespread rain showers this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The driver accused in a deadly hit and run on I-75 in Marietta last week is identified as a Milton police officer. 48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw of Canton is charged with homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run. He's accused in the death of a truck driver from Chattanooga. He has been fired from his job with the Milton Police Department. A new plan to fix the problems at the troubled Fulton County Jail.
The plan calls for building a new 3,200-bed special purpose facility for mental and medical health, then extensive renovations on the dangerous Fulton County Jail. Chairman Rob Pitts says there was no appetite on the county commission for a $2 billion plus new jail.
This plan for the future of the jail prioritizes the needs of detainees who need the most care. It also mitigates the financial impact on taxpayers compared to building a new jail.
Pitts says this $1.1 billion project will also meet health and safety conditions mandated by a federal monitor. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A Woodstock man dies after an apparent drowning at a lake in northeast Georgia. The Georgia DNR identifies the man as 25-year-old Breck Lewis Green. He was swimming with a friend on Lake Chatoog in Towns County. According to his obituary, Green recently graduated from Kennesaw State University and was planning to start working toward his master's degree in accounting. A new report looks at obesity rates by state and age groups. WSB health reporter Sabrina Cupid breaks down the Georgia numbers.
Just like the rest of the country, the age group with the highest obesity rate, adults 45 to 54, so the middle-aged. But the concerning part of this new analysis by the telehealth company Invigor is rapid increase in obesity among young adults, those 25 to 34. That suggests the obesity epidemic may be gaining momentum earlier in adulthood than in previous decades.
A new location mission to help prepare film and TV workers in Georgia.
The Georgia Film Academy is opening its 7th location, this one at Assembly Studios in Doraville, the former site of the GM plant. Scott Vota runs the school.
We teach you the skills and the applicable knowledge that allows you to go to work on a film, on a crew for a major motion picture, a television show, all the things that are shooting here in Georgia.
Vota says the academy will provide hands-on training and real-world experience for future film and TV workers. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Almost 20 new businesses are coming to Buckhead's Lenox Square Mall. Women's clothing store Good American, Levi's, Kelly Cajun Grill, and Starbucks are among those opening at the mall this year. Simon Property says there's been a recent shift in Lenox's customer profile to more Gen Z and millennials. It is now 5:34. This news sponsored by Findlay Roofing. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Just picked up a new travel advisory inside the perimeter here, Bill. This is I-20 eastbound in West Atlanta. Right at Holmes Drive, exit 52. We got 2 right lanes blocked, and the brake lights are going to fill in behind that. If it stays out there much longer, might want to consider Martin Luther King Jr. Drive or Highway 78 as your alternates. Once you get into downtown, you'll see even more brake lights on the connector, Andrew Seco.
That you will. We are stacked and packed anywhere you're trying to go. The usual volume, but it is really tough. 75, 85 north and south. Leaving East Point, you're jammed all the way up towards Freedom Parkway. Southbound on 75 and 85 proper. They're the brake lights taking you all the way down towards University Avenue, exit 244. From the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, warm and muggy this evening. Sunset just before 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time. A few isolated rain showers or thunderstorms moving through, then drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 89. A few pop-up storms on Wednesday, high near 90. Partly to mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high of 88. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Widespread rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday, highs in the low to mid 80s.
And Storm Tracker radar showing some isolated rain showers around the metro area at this hour. 88 in Loganville, 84 in Mableton. It's 93 in Milton. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Someone calls you to lay your bike down? Get the very best. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Your roof has been working overtime lately. Heavy rain and severe storms have impacted our area again. So how did your roof hold up? Hey, it's Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show here. Water is your home's #1 enemy. Heavy rain and severe storms like we've had recently can expose roof leaks and lead to water damage. I recommend you schedule a free roof analysis with my roofer, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. If your roof is leaking or damaged, it's possible that you don't even see any signs yet, but you could see water inside. Look around. Check your attic, ceiling, drywall, and chimney area. Do you see dripping water, wet spots, or water streaks? If yes, think of Findlay first. Findlay Roofing is locally owned and operated. They always follow the golden rule to treat you right, and I trust them in my home. You can trust them too. Get peace of mind with no obligation and no charge. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Move. Speaking of Marvel and Tom Cruise and such, state of Georgia is losing the movie and TV development we once had going here.
That's a big deal. With just Marvel or a bunch of other companies?
Well, Marvel obviously has left.
They're probably mad because of the DC success with Superman. That was shot here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's probably why they're leaving.
Oh, yeah, right. Because in Hollywood, they didn't make movies next to other places that made movies that beat them all the time.
This is DC territory here in Georgia.
They got a better deal in United Kingdom.
Well, it looks like United Kingdom's got a better deal for everybody. So according to this Wall Street Journal article, Marvel's departure, so they're not making their movies here anymore, part of a nearly 50% drop in production spending in Georgia over the past 3 years. Cheaper labor in the UK. So there were some 245 projects were shot in Georgia in the fiscal year that ended in June, compared with 412 in fiscal 2022. So it's very interesting to me. It's like you put these tax credits out there, and they work, but then somebody else undercuts you, and then how committed to it is the state of Georgia? At what point, I don't even know, at what point do you just lose, and it's not worth it? But if they had to know that the UK was going to undercut some stuff, then maybe they should have kind of did the undercut, it's like NASCAR. If half the field's going to pit and undercut you, then you pit before them.
Absolutely.
And undercut them. So I don't
I'm
I
sure
don't know
Marvel was thinking about
but
that.
But it may possibly be that it won't fly with voters in Georgia at some point.
These big movie studios now can become gigantic breweries now, so it'd be great.
Well, that'd be great.
Mixed use. Didn't Trump put out an executive order tariffing American film companies that go out of the country?
I think he tried to do something like that, but it was pulled back.
Yeah.
I think he has like his president of Hollywood, who has it, Sylvester Stallone or somebody who advises him on Hollywood things.
You make a movie, yeah.
I don't think that went into effect. But they're being affected not just by being undercut by the UK, but also, like I was just talking about, about 3 years ago, every streamer was throwing money at everything, and too much money has been lost since the pandemic. And so they're not making nearly the amount of TV shows they once were. They're not making as many movies necessarily. So, but what I wonder about is, like who built the studio? The studio that most of these Marvel things are done at. What is that called? And where is it? Is it in Fayetteville? Where is it?
Yeah, Trillith is where.
Trillith, right.
Yeah.
Like, who built that?
That was built, so...
the whole refashioned it?
The whole community
The
down in
Cathy
Fayette County
family.
was built by the Cathy family, which is the Chick-fil-A family.
They built it?
They were the ones that were the main designers.
Through their independent trust, Rivers Rock.
Okay, see here, this is, I think, this is a stupid idea, I know, because when you're just bidding against other people, they can undercut you. But because there's always questions about whether giving tax breaks really helps you in the long run. And if everybody just abandons the state and 5 years from now they're basically making no movies here, how much did you actually get out of it? So one thing I would like to see, whether it's a car company, whether it's Hollywood, whatever, is we'll give you these tax breaks, but you've got to build the stuff here. See, I think if Marvel had built that themselves, they would have a lot more interest in staying. But if these different states and different countries are going to build the studios themselves, you're just helping them just jump around to whoever has the best deal at any given time.
And I think that for a lot of the movie studios that were built with nothing around it, that's a major concern. But at least with Trillith, what they did down there, it's a really cool spot if you've ever been there. They have put a ton of different businesses have built around that area.
Yeah, but I would imagine it has something to do with film, right?
Well, they do.
If you lose the film, it's like if you lose all of the grips and the extras and all the people who work on stuff, then if you have a diner down the street, the diner loses because those people don't go to lunch.
It's not necessarily like there are restaurants and stuff that are around it. I see what you're talking about from that standpoint.
And also stores, and people live here. And
they could turn it into an AI data center.
You could easily do that. And Team USA just built their soccer headquarters right there next to Trillith.
No, I know, but if you lose the purpose of the studio, then you speak the collapse, unless you find another idea that fits perfectly and gives you as much or more production in terms of state getting tax dollars out of it or some benefit from it with more jobs, then you're going to slowly lose. I'm just saying that all I'm saying is if Marvel had to build the studio,
they'd be more invested.
They would more invest, right, and they would have reasons to stay. I think as long as you're laying this kind of red carpet out. So basically, the reason Georgia was able to beat a lot of other states that were competing with it is there was no funny business. If you came to Georgia, you knew that 30% of your production budget was going to be reimbursed back to you. And I think in other states, it could be up to 25 or 30%, but you had to jump through a bunch of hoops to get there, and you were less likely to actually get 30%. So basically coming to Georgia, you knew that it was going to cost you 30% less. Now, did they do that the right way, or did they just give 30% more to Pedro Pascal? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. And by the way, is he supposed to be in every single movie? I've never seen anything like this before. This Pedro Pascal, he's a decent actor. Don't get me wrong. People don't like his politics. I don't care about actors' politics. He's a decent actor. I've seen him in some good stuff. He's made me laugh in some stuff. I haven't seen him in a million. I've only seen him in 2 or 3 things, but you can't miss the guy. But I was watching somebody on one of the YouTube channels talking about this. It's very true. It's very strange that somebody who is 50 becomes the it boy in Hollywood. You know, like it's just
where was he 10 years ago?
Right, it's a kind of an odd thing.
Well, between him and Timothy Chalamet are taking everything.
But
He
Timothy
took over Chalamet.
He took it over. I mean, Pedro Chalamet is actually, I don't know, working on some epic or something now. I think he's washed up. But I mean, Chalamet, I can understand. I've seen it a million times. Young kid, he can act, good looking. People like him. He's going to be the it. You know, we're going to push this. I don't know that I've ever seen an actor, like when all this got going for Pedro Pascal, he's probably like 43 or something, and now he's like 50. I don't know that I've seen an actor get pushed this much by Hollywood.
Walter Goggins was in the mix for just a second.
Walton?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Walton Goggins was.
Well, now he's everywhere too.
He's everywhere. He's
right, but not as much like as Pedro Pascal.
He doesn't get the leading roles. And, you know, some people are. Walt Goggins is the great character guy who comes in.
It's Walton.
Walton. What did I say? Did I say Walter after that?
You just said Walton. It's okay.
Walt.
It's short
I was just
for
getting
Walton.
back at you.
Okay. Well,
I was calling W.
Because I was right and you were wrong. Is that
no? Because
why?
no, that's fine. It was just I wanted to correct you if you were going to correct me.
But that's there's a lot of discussion about whether, and I haven't seen him in enough things. The things that I've seen him in, he's kind of been the second in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's getting a lot of commercials.
Is he really the lead actor? Does he really?
Goggins?
No. Talking about Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he can do it.
So what you want to see him in more things, not less. He seems to be in everything.
He doesn't annoy me in things like you can tell when people get oversaturated. I would say
you don't think he's oversaturated.
I mean, I think that there are other actors that could play the roles that he's doing, but I don't dislike him.
How long has it been that we've gone 30 days that no new movie had Pedro Pascal?
That's a great question.
I mean, I've seen him in some stuff that he's been. Well, of course, I have not seen him in all the things that you've seen him in because he's been in the Star Wars stuff and all that. And I haven't seen
Last of Us, he got killed off. Spoiler.
Haven't seen those shows. Haven't seen that show. I saw him in the Nicolas Cage movie. He was hilarious.
You're not
where
missing
Nicolas
it.
Cage was.
Okay. He was great in that movie.
Where Nicolas Cage was playing Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And he was like the mob boss with the
Right.
sensitive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wanted to see that.
So that's what I like. But I mean, I don't think a 50-year-old male actor has ever gotten the push that this guy's gotten. It's a little odd. Alex Williams has better news on Georgia 400 in Cumming.
Yeah, had a nasty crash between Cumming and Colton Mountain, Eric, on 400 northbound up around Browns Bridge Road, Highway 369. Looks like it's cleared, but the residual effect is causing brake lights out of Cumming back toward Highway 20, Buford Drive, 85 northbound. It's not too bad through Gwinnett County leaving DeKalb, but you do slow up through Duluth into Suwanee. And traffic trooper Scott tells us about a crash on 316 eastbound at High Hope Road, blocking at least one lane. 75 northbound, you're sluggish between Marietta and Kennesaw from South Marietta Parkway up toward Chastain Road. We found new trouble where it's been raining on the south side perimeter, Andrew Seco.
Get a crash blocking that far left lane of the James Kim Alex 285 East, the outer loop. Visit Flat Shoals Road, exit 48. Seen some brake lights packing in already. You're slow back towards I-675. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSBE.
It doesn't have to be like this.
You don't have to put up with it.
Shutting down the ramp from 285 East.
You don't have to sit in it.
It takes almost 30 minutes to go 400 South.
And you don't have to look at your phone to get out of it.
It is Atlanta traffic, and getting you out of it is what we do best.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
Updated traffic as often as you need it from local traffic reporters 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's a jackknife tractor trailer.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta gets there.
Hey homeowners, it's Eric Erickson here. Do your windows and doors stick? Are you noticing cracks in the drywall or the brickwork? You might have a big problem. Serious issues need the serious experts at Engineered Solutions of Georgia. Their skills are unmatched, as are their foundation solutions. When these guys repair a problem, it's the last time you'll have to worry about it. Done once, done right. Start today with a free inspection. Go to ESOGrepair.com. That's ESOGrepair.com.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Hey friends, when was the last time you hopped out of bed without your knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning, step by step? Let me guess, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it'll disappear, I'll tough it out, but nothing ever changes, does it? Hey, it's Mark Air. Time to call and schedule that free consultation with the medical pros at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Bring your x-rays and your MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new. Best case, you get your life back. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call. 770-285-8026. Ask about that free consultation. 770-285-8026.
Avoid the stress of listing your home on the market and sell your home fast for all cash with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. I've served homeowners like you for nearly 30 years and have helped over 67,000 satisfied clients. And I know what matters most, a quick sale and maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know Autumn Fisher is going to respond well to this. And my overall point is that, you don't want Autumn to be your demo on this one.
Okay.
So it's not a negative thing. I'm just saying, I think on Thursday we brought up this the issue that nobody should be caring about, the two male cheerleaders that are now with the Vikings cheerleading squad. It's an absolute nobody cares about the cheerleaders anymore. No, but they're never. On television, you see them in the background because they're talking. I don't even know if they even go to them as they're going to commercials anymore. I've never seen it. Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't register. So like, okay, they want to make a splash, and they've got two guys, and these are cheerleaders, not the guys that throw the women up in the air type of thing. So
Blaze and Louie are their names.
As I said on Thursday, nobody should care about this. So now you get to this next step here. And this is, somebody needs to pull this person aside and say, we don't want to go down that road that Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who. And you have to, if you want to be a cheerleader, cheerleaders smile and they're always nice to their fans. They're not there to let their fans know that things have changed and you better get on board or you'll be left behind. People don't think of cheerleading as a natural civil rights platform. And this headline has me a little worried about the way that this is. Male cheerleader mocks MAGA NFL meltdown. And basically, after some people went online. Of course, people go online. And, I'm burning all my tickets. I'm going to burn my Fran Tarkenton jersey that I've had since 1977. This is just too much for me. Afterwards, one of them appeared to mock the outrage directly, posting a photo of himself and the other guy in uniform on Instagram with the caption, "Wait, did someone say our name?" Now, I know Autumn will love that. She should love that.
Oh, I don't love that. I think it's dumb to respond to anything like that.
Okay, but
don't respond. Don't fuel the fire. It's
but
silly.
even more than that, you said you wanted to be a cheerleader, and I'm not going to equate this to Jackie Robinson. I'm not saying this is at the same level, but it's instructive. And Jackie Robinson was chosen to be the first black player in Major League Baseball for a reason, because he had a demeanor. And the owners knew that this guy can deal with it. He can handle this, because you're going to have a lot of racist fans. They're going to be yelling things. And the last thing in the world they wanted was the player yelling. This is a different time. It's still not a good idea for players to yell back. But back then it was like, it was akin to somebody slapping the host of the Oscars. It's like that shocking back then. It's not so shocking to us now. Now we see a player yelling at the crowd, and you think, oh, he's going to have to pay a fine, right? But back then, so there was a reason, because they knew that this guy was going to have to put up with a lot of racism and people yelling terrible things. And they also knew that he could handle it. He had the demeanor for it. And it's almost like the King way of doing things, where you don't immediately just fight back at everything. What you do is you allow the whole contextual situation to play out, and then people of good minds and hearts and souls come to the conclusion, well, they're acting like idiots. The guy's a good baseball player. Let him play. And again, I'm not putting these cheerleaders on the Jackie Robinson, but you can still learn things and be instructive. So no matter who you are, if you want to be a cheerleader's job is to cheer up the crowd. And I think this will go the wrong way for these two, whether the Vikings just drop them or whoever is in charge of that squad after this year. But believe me, the Vikings do not want to get into an argument with their fan base vis-a-vis the cheerleading squad.
Already some of the response videos online are pretty detailed. They're like where people are like, either taking sides like, oh, this is me pulling for the Vikings this year. And you're like, oh, my God. People, of course, are going to the worst places on this stuff.
Well, I know that. And you have to be able to understand that. If you're going to be part of anything that is about change, and I don't really think this is a change that's that consequential, but it is change, you have to understand that there's going to be some backlash, and a lot of it is going to be undeserved. And you have to be like, okay, well, I'm willing to do that because I think this is an important thing. It's not their job to change every Vikings fan's mind on this issue. They should just go out there, do their stupid cheers, and I would say stupid whether it's male or female, and just get on with their lives. You're not Rosa Parks. You're a cheerleader. Alex Williams says 285 westbound is jammed in Sandy Springs.
Yeah, we're looking for a new crash, 285 westbound, the Outer Loop Riverside Drive, exit 24, because that ride is quickly getting slow back before Ashford Dunwoody Road, exit number 29. 285 south, the inner loop into Cab, also still seeing the brake lights. No crashes involved here, just the volume from I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. But we do have trouble on 285 south side into Cab County. Andrew Seco.
Still looking at that left lane blocked on the Jam Cam. 285 east, the outer loop, just before Flat Hills Road, exit 48. Brake lights already back towards 675. About 10 extra minutes in your ride approaching I-20. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, contractors, builders, you guys are busy. Do you have time to hang out at the lumber hut waiting for someone in an apron to wander over and ask if they can help you? I didn't think so. You need Randall Brothers. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has the widest variety of quality building materials, plus they have the experts on site that understand what you want and will get you the supplies you need and on your way. And Randall Brothers provides excellent customer service, actually has for over 140 years. Big enough to stock it all, local enough to care. See them on the web at randallbrothers.com.
Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. But today, instead of giving you a home remodeling tip, my tip is don't just take my word for it. For over 20 years, you've heard me on the radio sharing remodeling advice. But if you really want to know what sets Exovations apart, go read our reviews. At exovations.com, you'll find hundreds of real stories from real homeowners who have trusted us with their exterior remodeling projects. From decks, siding, windows, doors, paint, roofing, porticos, and so much more. You'll see words like amazing work, incredible experience from start to finish, and again, stress-free. That's not just what we say, it's what our customers say. So yes, I'm Candace from Exovations, but don't just listen to me. Listen to our reviews. At Exovations, we do projects on time, on budget, and without all that stress. Google Exovations or visit EXOVATIONS.com.
A great way to add value to your home is to improve and upgrade your kitchen, but you're worried about the cost because of tariffs raising everybody's costs on things like this. Y'all, it's Eric. You can go to Frugal Kitchens. You'll get that $1 million look for well under that price. And right now, if you book an appointment, you'll get the Frugal Price Lock, where they will lock in pre-tariff pricing. Google Frugal Kitchens today. Lock in pre-tariff pricing on your redesign of your kitchen. Google Frugal Kitchens.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
You know, I've had listeners, coworkers, friends come up and ask me, hey, Aram, what makes Advanced Hair Restoration different? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by their results, and their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge-quality experience that's hard to find elsewhere. Finally, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. Quick, simple, and easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for the savings special opportunity, it's here, friends. Advanced Hair Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details and to schedule your free consultation, call 770-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair guaranteed to grow. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, the man charged in a deadly hit and run in Marietta last week is a now former Milton Police Lieutenant.
48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw is a 14-year veteran of the Milton Police Department. Now he's facing charges of homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run in an incident last Wednesday on I-75 at South Marietta Parkway. Bradshaw is accused of hitting and killing a truck driver who had exited his rig after a separate collision. Milton PD says Bradshaw was off duty at the time he left the scene. He was first placed on administrative leave, but has since been fired from his job in Milton. The department sends its deepest condolences to the family and loved ones of the victim during this difficult time. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
91 degrees in Atlanta. A few isolated rain showers around right now, and it's staying warm and muggy tomorrow. What day has the best rain chances this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Arrests are made in the case of a Good Samaritan killed in Cobb County last year.
After an increase in the reward money and the release of surveillance footage of the suspects at the Cumberland Mall, not only have those suspects in Curtis Coleman's murder been identified, they've also been arrested. 21-year-old Jaden M. Hooks and 23-year-old Malik Drake were taken into custody in Pennsylvania by U.S. Marshals. Police say the pair flagged down Coleman, a 43-year-old father and youth football coach, as he was driving home from work in March of last year along Powers Ferry Road, and then they shot him in his car, where he died. The pair are now awaiting extradition back to Cobb County. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Brookhaven police tracked down an armed and dangerous murder suspect today.
Utilizing technology, they began canvassing an area off Hickory
Armory Road, just outside the city limits of Brookhaven in Chamblee. There, they encountered the offender walking down the street, and he was taken into custody without incident.
Lieutenant Corey Van Allen with Brookhaven Police says 31-year-old Jose Carlos Meza Ignacio is accused of shooting Gerardo Cruz Cortez after they had an argument over a gun the suspect had brought into the apartment where they were. The suspect led police to the gun used in the shooting, which was hidden in the woods off of Curtis Drive. President Trump says it's been a very successful day so far as he works on a deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war. The president has a one-on-one meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky, and both say it was a good conversation.
Important discussions as we work to end the killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal, very simple goal. We want to stop the killing, get this settled.
The two also met with European leaders and the head of NATO. The president says he's already spoken to Russia's Vladimir Putin by phone and will call him again later today. Trump says he's hopeful there might be a three-way meeting soon involving himself, Zelensky, and Putin. A new plan to solve problems at the troubled Fulton County Jail.
Estimated at approximately $1.1 billion, primarily through revenues that will be returned to Fulton County as tax allocation districts in the coming years.
Fulton County Commission Chair Rob Pitts says a team developed the plan using recommendations of a federal monitor. The facility could be done in about 5 years if it's approved by the county commission. A public memorial service to honor the DeKalb County police officer killed at the CDC will be held later this week.
The ceremony for Officer David Rose is this Friday at 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church, Atlanta, located on North Peachtree Road. It is open to the public, but a large turnout is expected, so people are encouraged to arrive early to ensure a seat and to go through security protocols. The 33-year-old father of two with a third on the way died August 8th when a gunman fired hundreds of rounds at CDC buildings on Clifton Road. Rose was shot by the suspect soon after arriving on scene. For those who are unable to attend the service, it will be available on a live stream on the county's online channel. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Figured out the reason for the jam on the north side perimeter, Bill. Authorities tell me it's a center lane crash, at least a center lane, 285 westbound, the outer loop Riverside Drive, exit 24. That's the reason for the extra brake lights back to Ashford Dunwoody Road. We just had a crash clear on the south side perimeter where it had been raining. Looks like it stopped, though. 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, exit 48. That was a left lane crash. It has since cleared, but still seeing some volume there back toward Moreland Avenue. What's it looking like through downtown Atlanta, Andrew Seco?
Still got a lot of brake lights here, Alex. 75, 85 north and southbound. Packing in northbound, leaving University Avenue up towards 17th Street. Southbound, we are still jammed onto 75 and 85 proper. Those brake lights taking you down towards exit 247. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, warm and muggy this evening. Sunset just before 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time. A few isolated rain showers or thunderstorms moving through, then drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 89. A few pop-up storms on Wednesday, high near 90. Partly to mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high of 88. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Widespread rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday, highs in the low to mid 80s.
And Storm Tracker radar showing a few rain showers around the metro at this hour. It's 93 in Johns Creek, 89 in Peachtree City, and where it has rained, it's cooling off. Acworth 79 degrees. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Greg Russ, I believe, is joining us. I saw his facial hair briefly on the monitor. There he is. Say hello to the greater Metro Atlanta. Greg
Hello.
Russ.
I thought about shaving today, but then I thought about how much it would disappoint you. So that's kind of
No,
hold you have on
don't
me
shave. Yeah, hey, listen, the whole world wants to please Eric Von Hessler, right? Wants to
Can't
impress.
shave my beard because it'll disappoint Eric.
Yeah, don't let me down, man. I think hey, listen, it's your face, it's your hair. You make the ultimate decision.
You've had a beard before. There's a point it gets to be
it's too much.
Too much.
The reason you grow them is you think it's not going to be that much because you won't have to shave so much. It's just going to be little areas around the edges that you'll have to shave.
Triggered.
But then, and I know, I'm sorry, you are not a shaving-bodied person or Yeah, I was thinking able-bodied. You're not a shaving body person. But what happens is it becomes its own mess, and especially in the middle of the summer.
Then it itches.
It itches. It's the middle of the summer. So I'm not going to curse you to that. If you get rid of it tomorrow, I will just remember the few weeks that we had.
If I get rid of it tomorrow, it'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, you're just going to restart. You just want to get rid of the
That's usually what I do. I've let it grow longer this time, but usually I do just shave it until I don't like it. Then I shave it again and let it grow again. This time it's gone longer for whatever reason.
Well, maybe you've learned something out of this. I cannot.
Well, I love the praise from you.
Yeah.
I love that you're attracted to me with the beard.
I just think that the beard is it's just a good look for you, I think. It all depends on where you are in your life. So the beard matches 43-year-old Greg's face. Maybe it wouldn't have matched 28-year-old Greg's face or 38-year-old Greg's face.
And when you're wearing a hemp necklace, it doesn't look
No, nothing. Yeah, that was the hemp ball-bearing necklace, a backward baseball cap. Greg Rust.
It was a ball-bearing necklace with hemp around the ball bearings. That's
Yes.
actually what the necklace was that I wore.
You really were quite the hippie back then, and your
was
Billabong
cool.
stuff.
Just 90s guy.
He was 90s guy.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, the
But it
Janko
was
pants
2001.
going.
It was 2001 when we met, so yeah, I had to grow out of
Okay,
the
you were
90s.
grabbing. Well, you pulled a little bit of the 90s into the 2000s. Nothing
He
wrong
never
with
wore
that.
a Von Dutch hat, though, that I can recall.
No.
I don't know. I don't think he ever got that bad. Or Ed Hardy stuff.
Man, that guy had a store. He had a store
Let me
in
tell
the
you what he
malls.
had with me. He had, and I don't. He had what?
He had a store in the malls.
He had a
man.
store
He
in
had a
malls.
store. He
That's
certainly
impressive.
did.
Those,
really did.
end.
Wow,
those
what a
clothes,
store.
Those clothes were terrible. Terrible.
Oh, listen, all I know about Ed Hardy is that there was a period of time, and this is certainly not the way to be, but I'm confessing that in the 2000s, if I saw somebody with an Ed Hardy shirt, I immediately assumed they were a moron, and I did not respect anything they said to me. There's no way you could be talking to me, debating an issue or anything, debating whether or not the vegetables are any good at the store.
Paid
That-
$65 for the
no matter
shirt, bro.
what it is, no matter what it is, if you were giving me an opinion while you were wearing an Ed Hardy shirt, then I was
Try
not.
to judge? You want to fight?
I was
Try
not.
to judge my Ed Hardy shirt?
No, I'm just telling you that I was not. I may have been smiling and nodding, but I was not listening, and I did not care what you had to say. Obviously, only a moron would put that shirt on.
How about the guys who had the, how do you say it, fleur de lis on their jean
Fleur de
pocket?
lis?
Fleur de
You
lis.
mean like the New Orleans Saints logo?
Yeah, but it was on the back pockets, and men would wear those jeans.
Oh, those were like True Religion, maybe?
Yeah,
Oh,
something
there's
like
another
that.
one. There's another one.
Yeah.
What about No Fear?
Oh, those were cool,
Are
though.
those
Because then
still
they'd be
around?
blurry, and you'd be
No
like,
Fear
whoa, is it
t-shirt,
blurry?
yeah.
Or
Am
is
I
it
high?
Bring back the who had the big old homoerotic bags that you had to walk around the mall with.
Oh, that was Abercrombie and Hollister. Both of them had it.
Yeah.
They both did.
Hollister had them too.
You buy something for, I don't know, like a nephew or something. And you're walking around Christmas.
Big brown bag.
Big bag.
Yeah.
The most homoerotic imagery. Letting the world know I'm open to anything.
Just a hot
Hollister
twink
was
on my
such a
bag.
Yeah, you had twink bags.
Hollister was such a scam. Abercrombie had been around for a while. And
Yeah.
then they decided to launch Hollister, and they just attributed the date 1922
Yeah.
to it, but it was formed in 2000. And people bought into it. Oh, that's no brand. This is a really good vintage brand.
Yeah,
They
because I
were
think
established.
Abercrombie actually started in the 1800s or something.
Yeah,
Weren't they
Abercrombie.
Oh, yeah, it was
they
like
were-
it was like a
had been.
sportsman.
Yeah, like they made
something.
compasses and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I found out that
Kayaks.
Hollister always had a beach vibe too, and then I found out the parent company Abercrombie is based out of Columbus, Ohio. I'm like, how in the world can you be making beach attire?
Well,
Like
that's where all the hotties are.
in Columbus,
Yeah.
Ohio.
There
Apparently,
they go.
I lived
hot.
in the greater Columbus area from 1967
That's
to
Joe
about
Biden.
1972. I'll have you know.
God bless you, as Joe Biden would say.
God bless you.
Well, there were actually people there when I was there.
Didn't
I went back to
Hollister-
Columbus once. I was like, where'd the people go? I remember being 5 years old going into the city, and there was like people everywhere. And I remember this huge mall. And I went back probably, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, because my brother-in-law lives not too far away in Dayton. And back to the city. It was dead. It was like Wednesday at like 2 p.m. And I mean, it was dead. There was no one around. I'm like, there's a college in this town? I mean, how in the hell?
And
No,
Bob
a lot of
Evans.
those mid-sized cities are like that. Because I traveled around to Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska, a lot of these cities, even St. Louis, just nobody around.
St. Louis is starting to die, I think. People are finding reasons to not be in St. Louis.
The arch isn't enough.
Well, the violence and crime might have something to do with it.
Well, you get in the arch, they're not gonna get you.
They can't get you.
Just live in the arch.
You gotta stay at the apex of the arch.
I went there once. I wouldn't get on that damn thing.
Why is it steps?
No. You
No,
get
there's a cool
there's a
elevator.
weird elevator that kind of goes up around till you get to the top. But I just didn't see the support structure for it. It's just like if you're hanging there in the middle.
I don't trust an
nothing.
arch.
I don't trust an arch.
How could you?
It's the strongest structure around there.
It's true.
It is the dumbest structure around.
Oh, you're the dumbest.
What about
Wow, that's easy, bro. Yeah, great comeback.
Don't you have to take steps to get to the top of the Statue of Liberty? And that looks very
Yes.
scary.
I don't know.
I've done it.
You've gone to the top and looked through the head?
Yeah. We went to the crown.
Yeah, that's the top. Look
Yeah.
to the head. That's
Well,
the crown.
that's the crown.
You're just below the crown, I believe.
Just above the head.
You're just below the crown is where you are.
Well, no thanks.
Is it possible that the crown
I wouldn't go up there.
is placed on top of the head, and therefore it would be both?
It may be a part of the base of the crown. I will give you that. But that's as far as I'm willing to go.
In and around.
guys, this is like Putin and Trump
It
negotiating
may
here.
be crown adjacent. By the way, before we get to Stories from Studio B1, we have to report that Trump stopped the meeting with the European leaders so he could call Putin, and he called Putin, and Putin basically said, "Can we talk about this tomorrow?"
Hello, yes. I need my coffee and vodka. Call me tomorrow. And good news, sleeps till noon Moscow time. Thank you. Goodbye.
It was 11:50 at night.
Well, come on. He's asleep.
Might be.
Negotiate.
He
You're never
needs
too
his
tired
beauty
to
sleep.
Nah.
I don't know. Was Trump up at 11:50 at night?
Yeah, that's when he does his best.
See, I thought he did that at like 4 in the morning. I thought his tweeting was at like 4 in
Bella.
the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Bella.
Is that the new Kofefi?
Yeah, those is one word post on Truth.
It's just he gets going too quickly, and he doesn't see that it's. What do you think he was trying to type, and then it overrode it?
Belarus.
Maybe Belarus.
Bela Lugosi.
Maybe he had just seen Beauty and the Beast.
Maybe.
Bella.
Bela Lugosi was a great actor.
Is it Bella in that? What is it in
No,
Beauty and
Belle.
the Beast? Belle. Yeah, that movie was really good, but it drove me crazy because the Beast kept on saying Belle, like 100 times in this movie. Belle.
In which movie? In
Beauty and the Beast, the one, not the
original
Disney,
one.
the original in the 30s
Oh,
or
what's
40s.
oh,
Belle actors.
Yeah. Well, the
It's
original
actually
one
a
is-
great movie, by the way.
Sure.
It's full of fantastic imagery.
imagery?
Imagery.
He's no Ron Perlman.
He may not.
Oh,
be.
that was a good one. The
You didn't like the
Today
Emma
Show?
Watson
Yeah.
remake?
Yeah.
I don't know that I saw the Emma
Oh,
Watson. I like
it's
Emma
full of
Watson.
auto-tune and it's terrible.
What? Oh, they
The
redid.
new one.
Oh, you mean like doing the Disney one?
Yeah.
So so
Emma
it was,
Watson was in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
because
actually good. What the hell is she doing in that?
She was the
she's
Beast.
okay.
Isn't she? Wait a minute. Am I getting? Who's the other Emma?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Am I thinking of? Oh,
Emma
Emma
Watson
Watson is
was-
from the
was
Harry Potter.
Hermione.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. No, the cool one is Emma Stone.
And the only reason why they cast her as Belle is because Belle liked to read books and that she was smarter than the village or whatever. And she's a pretty actress who went to Columbia or something.
Oh. So what is that? Would you have a problem with this actress? Is she too pretty for you? Too smart?
No, I think she's terrible, and the
She's
music
terrible?
sucked. And it was it was one of those
Why
live
were you
action
watching?
ones.
Why were you watching it? You know it's gonna be terrible. All these live action versions of their cartoons are terrible.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, I watched clips of it and I was like, this is so stupid.
Oh.
And then I watched a really great video essay about the
Wow.
musical structure of it.
Okay,
This is
so
apparently Autumn's new move. She doesn't watch things. She watches clips of things. And
Everybody
watches
now.
people's recaps.
there's some of that stuff with me. There's some stuff
I don't
where
need to. I got it.
Well, I mean, there's like, for instance, I know I'm going to watch Superman, so I'll duck out if I think I'm getting too much information, whatever. I do want to. Superman is available on streaming. I found interesting last night. I found out too late to actually watch it. I do want to watch it. But this is a great little thing they got going. You can rent it for $24.99 or buy it for $29.99. Alex Williams has better news on 285 in Sandy Springs.
That's right, Eric. We had that earlier center lane crash on 285 westbound, the outer loop Riverside Drive, exit number 24. That has since cleared, so those delays from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to Roswell Road and Riverside Drive will start to improve. Also, crash gone 285 east on the south side, right before Flat Shoals, exit 48. That also in DeKalb County, but we picked up some delays on the south side, Andrew Seco.
Still dealing with a stall in a center lane here. Just got on scene here. 75 south is at Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. Brake lights stacking you back into the Morrow area, and a little bit of a slowdown heading into Fairburn. 85 south packing in. Brake lights from Flat Shoals Road all the way down to Sonoy Road, exit 61. This report sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Now you can win big with Powerball drawings every Wednesday, Saturday, and now Mondays. Play the new third Powerball drawing today from the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
From your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you can find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacy Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Heavy rain and severe storms have impacted our area. Dave Baker here. Water is your home's #1 enemy. I recommend you get a free roof analysis from Findlay Roofing. No obligation, no charge. FindlayRoofing.com.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
This is a New York Post article, and I don't know if it seems like we've seen so many of these, and I have heard anecdotal stories from people who hire from the Gen Z group. But I also happen to know, I have a Gen Z son who's doing quite well, works his behind off, and I've met people of that age group that do the same things. Huh? Excuse me? Oh, he's talking to somebody else or something.
I was talking to George. Sorry.
All right. So here's the New York Post. Another headline: Gen Z job seekers have their parents write their resumes, apply for gigs, and bring the parents to interviews. A shocking new study shows.
That's smart. I've heard that before.
What I'm saying is I have heard it before,
Yeah.
but it keeps
from
coming
millennials.
up. Yeah, not as bad.
I just remember us talking about this
Yeah.
and saying it was millennials, and I thought maybe it's just they're young and they're dumb. They're just, like the younger side
Yes.
of these generations are doing this because some people are like that.
I think that it's always been the case, but you used to have like this dad at home that would beat the hell out of you if you didn't go out and get a job.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Get out of
More
that.
beating
No,
should happen.
I'm not saying beating. I'm saying there's a happy middle, maybe where you
A little
just
slapperoonie.
yeah,
or two?
maybe just what do you call this when you hit someone?
Little flick.
A little thwack.
Oh, I was like,
Well, some in the back of the
I'm
head.
gonna bring my parents to my
All
job
right,
interviews.
kid.
You know, corporate America can be a little scary, Eric. That's why they bring their parents with them.
Is that why? Do we have a package for that or something? Is
I
that? Oh,
don't
okay.
have a package.
More Gen Z are talking about bringing their parents
I just
and
don't
a
know.
pacifier to
I
their
don't
job
smoke.
interviews.
I've never had a cigarette in my life.
I just don't know. I don't know how much it gets reported on a lot, but although I've talked to people who own places, and you can't believe how difficult it is to hire these days. Like people show
hiring,
up.
yeah.
People show up at 22 years old and they have demands.
And they're bold demands.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
put me
you've
to
dealt with
shame.
this. You've dealt with this.
Yeah, I have people come in who are 22 and they say, I want $400 a day, which comes out to be, what, like $104,000 a year or something from the start. And then I think about being hired to work in radio full-time at 99X and what they offered me, which was not much at all. I didn't even try to negotiate. In my brain, I was like, man, if I ask for more, they'll probably say, get out of here, and I really want this
They
job.
would've.
So I'm not gonna-
My first radio job in 1990, I made
$2 nickels.
$15,000 a year, and I was jumping around like I was J. Paul Getty.
Yeah, I was getting 38,000.
It's like,
And
I
at
was
the time,
jumping,
wow,
but the reason I was
it's
jumping
amazing.
around back then is like I didn't care how low the pay was. No one could say I didn't have a job, and I was actually going to a job that I, for the first time in my life, really going to a job that I didn't hate going to. Like,
Do you want to know how much that is today?
what is that today?
$15,000 in 1980.
No, not
58
1990. It was 1989. I mean 1990.
Oh well,
Yeah,
that's
change your
different.
Come on, do
calibration.
the math.
Let me crunch the numbers.
Crunch
here real
those
quick.
numbers through a 1990 filter.
While you're doing that, Eric, remember when you had to supplement my salary at the other at 96, the Clear Channel?
Yes.
When they were
I had
paying
to,
me $16,000 a year, and you gave me extra money on top.
yeah, I had to jump in and pay it so that he could be with the regular guys. Every
How else did he
damn
pay it?
morning.
How else did he make the difference?
Huh?
How else did Greg make the difference?
What do you? I don't understand what you're saying.
After
I know you're
did he
trying to get to some
encourage you
sort
to
of
supplement?
sexual illusion, but
Yes,
I'm not
that's-
exactly sure how you're getting there. What was your
Exactly.
question?
So I mean, you didn't just give the money to him for free. I mean, he had to earn
he
it.
was earning it through the regular guys show. That's the point. The point is with you and
It's
your,
like laundering money. That's
yeah.
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 That's what it
through
was.
the
It was all
regular
coming
guys.
back to me.
Of course.
Ultimately, it was all coming back to me.
Did you get the numbers on him, or did you give up?
No, I got it. It's 37,000. So if that's your first, was that your first radio job?
That was my first radio job.
Yeah. And Greg, do you remember what yours was?
He
When
said
you-
38,000.
16,000 was at Clear Channel.
16.
No,
Yeah.
But the 96 Rock night gig was 38,000.
Okay. So kind of similarly.
You were making
but
that
then,
much money there? Oh, my goodness.
To me, I was like, whoa. I bought a house.
Oh,
with
no,
that.
no, you
That's
said
how
90.
Stupid.
You didn't
That's
mean
how stupid the real estate
99X.
market was.
You meant 99X. You said 96 Rock.
Well, 99X. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you bought a house, but that paid
But
off,
that was
didn't
during
it?
the housing crisis where they were just giving loans to everyone.
The
and-
subprime mortgage,
subprime,
with
yeah.
no money down, take out 20% loan.
You
to
were
pay the
trying to be an
20%.
adult.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
It was fine. I didn't.
Did you
hurt
lose
me.
money on
Didn't-
it?
No, it didn't. Well, I guess if you talk about the money you sunk into, like I sunk into, it was an interest-only loan. I was paying off no principal. When I sold it for a few $1,000s more in Cabbagetown. It was a good idea, but
now what's the house worth
well, that's the
Way
thing.
more.
if you'd held on to it?
If you had held on to it until the movie industry came to town.
But it
Don't
was
they
a
all hang
balloon
out?
mortgage.
A lot of
That's
people
how-
hang out
that's how
there from
you
the movie
get-
industry.
Right. The
That's how you-
balloon mortgage got you because then you had to all of a sudden pay a ton that you didn't
Yeah, in
have.
10 years, the thing ballooned. This is how you get a $192,000 loan with zero money down, making $38,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's interest only. It's a balloon mortgage.
So you're the reason we crashed in 2000. What was that? 7 or 8?
I was part.
Yeah,
I was part of.
You
the
were part of
reason.
it, weren't you? I knew it.
But I was the one who signed those papers. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
I
why
want
I
this
blame
house.
you for the crash. Alex Williams says it's still slow through downtown.
Yeah, we're trying to get better down there, Eric, but we're still encountering the brake lights on 85 southbound, now starting below Georgia 400 with a continuing slow 75, 85 southbound from 17th Street. As you get down to North Avenue, then tapping the brakes in the right lanes to I-20 with some northbound delays leaving I-20 up past Freedom Parkway. With a look at the ride to the northern suburbs, it's Andrew Seco.
Just some leftover volume, 85 northbound out of Norcross, letting you go just before you hit Pleasant Hill Road, then catching you again up into Sewanee. You're slow as you approach 985, 400 working well, with a little slow spot into Dunwoody, and 75 northbound. The brake lights taking you out of Marietta through Kennesaw, letting you go up into Ackworth, just south of Highway 92, exit 277. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, friends, when was the last time you hopped out of bed without your knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning, step by step? Let me guess, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it'll disappear, I'll tough it out, but nothing ever changes, does it? Hey, it's Mark Air. Time to call and schedule that free consultation with the medical pros at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Bring your x-rays and your MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new. Best case, you get your life back. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call. 770-285-8026. Ask about that free consultation. 770-285-8026.
Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler here at Shane Company. Come on in, feel at home, and let's find your dream engagement ring. I'm proud to work for a company that puts customers first and lets them shop the way they want to. See, we believe shopping for an engagement ring should be fun, without any of the pressure. We don't work on commission, so finding your dream ring is truly on your terms. We'll be right by your side as your friend and jeweler to help you find a ring more beautiful than you imagined and stick to your budget too. We have all of the styles and all of the smiles. You can even watch our in-house jewelers working their magic inside your neighborhood store. It's that kind of care and craftsmanship that makes Shane Company's free lifetime warranty the best in the business, saving you thousands over time and giving you peace of mind. No appointment necessary, or check us out at shaneco.com. Because a friend knows when you're ready, you're ready. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Two houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical. But one had an orchard sign, and it sold for way more. So what happened? Well, the first homeowner used a traditional agent, and after weeks of sitting on the market, price drops, and mounting frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard. Their local orchard agent didn't just list the home, they knew how to market it properly. They knew which upgrades would attract serious buyers, brought in pros to handle the prep, and position the home to sell for top dollar. And thanks to Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that homeowner moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No showings, no disruptions, no living in limbo. That's the difference. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. It says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Plan today so you can potentially do the things you've always wanted in retirement. Listen Saturdays at 6 to Retire Ready with David Nicholas of Nicholas Wealth Management. Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story, high-level meetings at the White House today as world leaders discuss how to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Both President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky sounding optimistic.
I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump. Very good. And it really was the best one.
Karen Travers reports from the White House. European leaders are also part of the discussion.
The president, I think, was pretty careful to not say that there were any conclusions after his meeting with President Zelensky, that he really wanted this to be a conversation with the European leaders who had traveled a great distance to come here for this very quickly scheduled meeting with Zelensky, because they're all stakeholders. They have a lot of significant input in this, and the president has and his team have indicated that the United States wants to be mediators to try to get to an end for this conflict.
President Trump and President Zelensky are hopeful this could set the stage for a three-way meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. It is now 91 degrees in Atlanta. We do have a few isolated rain showers around, and they'll stick around through this evening. What are the rain chances tomorrow and the rest of the week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. The driver accused in last week's hit and run that killed a truck driver in Marietta is an officer with the Milton Police Department. 48-year-old Christopher Bradshaw of Canton is charged with homicide by vehicle and felony hit and run. Bradshaw's been fired from his job. He had been with Milton Police for 14 years. Marietta police say Bradshaw struck and killed a truck driver from Chattanooga. A man charged with killing an acquaintance on Super Bowl Sunday is convicted by a jury in DeKalb County.
The jury finds 52-year-old Shiva Vereen guilty of a host of charges, including malice and felony murder in the killing of 45-year-old Andrew Carpenter. Vereen and Carpenter were friends and were in a dispute over a loan. Authorities say the pair got into an argument Super Bowl Sunday 2023 at a sports bar off Evans Mill Road in Stockbridge. Then they went outside where Vereen shot Carpenter 8 times. He was picked up weeks later in Texas. A judge has sentenced Vereen to life plus 5 years to be served consecutively. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Cobb County Police announced 2 arrests in the 2024 murder of a father and youth football coach. 43-year-old Curtis Coleman of Powder Springs was shot and killed after he was flagged down for help on Powers Ferry Road. The suspects have been arrested by U.S. Marshals in Pennsylvania. 21-year-old Jaden Hooks and 23-year-old Malik Drake are awaiting extradition back to Cobb County. Assembly Studios in Doraville is the newest home of the Georgia Film Academy.
Those wishing for jobs in the busy film and TV industry in Georgia can now take classes at the site of the former GM plant in Doraville.
It's exciting to see something on the north side of town as well. You know, we have Trilith on the south side, and we have quite a few studios there. But on the north side, this is just awesome.
Scott Vota runs the Film Academy for the University System of Georgia and says the new space is the 7th Georgia location to prepare future film and television workers for jobs in the growing industry. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A change of heart for South Fulton's embattled mayor. Mayor Khalid Kamau announcing today he will run for re-election after saying in April he wouldn't seek another term. Kamau, also known as Mayor Kobe, has faced questions about his spending of city money. Councilwoman Carmelita Gums and the city's first mayor, Bill Edwards, have already announced they are running for mayor. Lenox Square Mall is adding 18 new restaurants and retailers.
The new mix of businesses are aimed at catering to the evolving customer base at the mall. More Gen Z and millennial shoppers. Cole Haan, Claire's, and Kelly's Cajun Grill will be new to Lenox and will open later this year. Among those expanding or relocating in the mall, Rolex, Burberry, and Ferragamo. New and exclusive to the Atlanta market will be All Saints and Good American. Simon Property Group, which owns and manages Lenox, says the changes are about keeping the mall relevant. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Trying to clean up that ride around Metro Atlanta, Bill. We had some trouble. DOT said it was debris in a lane. 75 northbound in Kennesaw up around Chastain Road, exit 271. Looks like it has since cleared. Still seeing a few brake lights, though, as you leave Bear Parkway. 400 northbound looking good out of Sandy Springs into Roswell and Alpharetta. And 85 northbound. All that's left over there is a few brake lights from 285 up to Indian Trail Road in Norcross. Then another brief slow zone, 85 northbound between Sugarloaf Parkway and Highway 317. That's Lawrenceville Swanee Road. How are things improving, if at all, through downtown, Andrew Seco?
They are improving, Alex. A little less on the brake lights than we've seen, especially at this point in the evening. 75, 85 north and south. You're still seeing them, though, between University Avenue all the way through the heart of downtown up past 17th Street. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy, warm and muggy this evening. Sunset just before 8:30. Temperatures will be in the low 80s at that time. A few isolated rain showers or thunderstorms moving through, then drying out for tomorrow morning. Lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 89. A few pop-up storms on Wednesday, high near 90. Partly to mostly cloudy on Thursday with a high of 88. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Widespread rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday. Highs in the low to mid 80s.
Scattered rain showers now on Storm Tracker radar. 87 in Dunwoody, 91 in Midtown Atlanta, 83 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
The Steel Horse Law name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies. We make them pay.
You know how many times people call me to fix their garage door so they can sell their house? For years, they put up with the squeaking and the jamming, or they don't even use it because they lost the remote. Then when it comes time to sell, they fix it up nice for the next guy. For the exact same money, you can fix it up now and enjoy it yourself while you still live there. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. An expert repair, replacement remote, or garage door tune-up will give you years of trouble-free service. Works great for you, works great for the next guy when you decide to sell. Because you deserve to live in a house as nice as the real estate ad you're going to write about it. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and maybe enjoy your garage door so much you decide not to move. Think of the money that'll save.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
All right, Greg Russ, do you have a story from Studio B1?
Yeah, I've got some new words for you.
Oh, no.
That were added to the Cambridge Dictionary.
All right, now I got to say this. We do have a package for that, although I want run that by Greg Russ because he's the person that might get angry if we start.
You can play the package. I'd rather not say these words, especially the first one.
Skibbity?
Yeah, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Skibbity, the nonsense word coined by the creator of a viral animated video series, is among 6,000 new words in the Cambridge Dictionary, along with that shorthand for a traditional wife, the trad wife. Though purists might sniff, slang expert Terry Victor reminds us English is being constantly reinvented by us.
It shows the creative and democratic use of English, and that is such a great thing.
Other new words or phrases, delulu, short for delusional, and mouse jiggler, someone who tries to fool their bosses that they're working when they're not. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Was that on 2x speed or something?
No, it's normal speed. Vicky Barker's just
Doesn't something have to be a word? Mouse jiggler is 2 words.
Well, no, they have more. They have other 2-word type words that are in there. I don't see that as the problem. It just seems to me like, is this which one is this? Is this Oxford English Dictionary?
This is Cambridge.
Cambridge. Isn't that the same thing? Oh, no, it's not. I don't know.
How dare you?
I don't know. I think of the Oxford English Dictionary, and they do this too. And the problem is like trying to be cool and being at the cool kids table. I mean, I think words should be around for a while. You know, if you get 5, 6, 7, 8 years in and the word is still being used, then yeah, add the word, no matter how dumb the word is or whatever. But it seems to me that this is just like a dictionary advertisement every year. It's like, hey, kids, you might want to pick up a dictionary. It's got skibbity in it. I don't really think that's going to work.
Who's going to say skibbity toilet in 2 years from now?
Well,
no
they didn't
one.
add the toilet, just skibbity. They don't.
Do they remove words?
I
don't think they do.
I don't think Oxford English Dictionary would, because you want to have the history of words.
Oh, I just
there.
checked it. They got rid of the word the.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's hardly used at all.
Skibbity.
These days. So that's
they did get rid of literally, in a sense.
I don't know which dictionary did that, where one of them, at least one of them, said that it is proper to use the term literally when you mean figuratively. They did that a few years ago. Now, I don't know if that's still a thing that they stick with. Because it's
still a thing.
But it's getting bizarre saying the ironic use of a word is the word. No, it's just an ironic use of the word.
What I think is crazy is the fact that we're coming out with the new words, or I guess the fact that these words are being added in now. Usually you don't get these kind of stories until December.
Well, maybe they're on a different fiscal year.
I guess
Cambridge.
Yeah, they're trying to get ahead of the game. Like, we can get the headlines now. Let's not wait till December.
Well, I certainly hope the OED, thank you very much, which my dream has been to actually have the whole Oxford English Dictionary in different books. I have it, and now it's pretty old. It's at least 20 years old. But I have
so no skibbity.
I had no skibbity. I have the
Lame.
I have the one that's just got everything. There's like 4 pages on each page. You have to have a magnifying glass. But I would really like, and how often I would use them, I don't know. I would just like to walk by my library, which is as soon as you walk in the house, right to the left. And I would just love to be able to look up there and just see A to Z, all the different books. But I probably don't have a large enough library for it, I would imagine. And I can't. Boy, look up what that would cost me, George Clark, for the full Oxford English Dictionary. I mean, that would be beyond I may be able to afford a ridiculous electric bill to have a hot tub and a heated pool. Maybe I can't afford it. I question every month whether I can, and yet I still pay it.
You could read it by oil lamp.
$1,200.
$1,200.
Okay, you got
Wait,
that.
that's all? $1,200?
Yep, you can
All
get
right,
it from
put it in the
Walmart
order.
or eBay.
Hell, I spent that
Walmart.
I spent that for the Beatles catalog.
What do you think the definition of skibbity is?
Skibbity is, I think it's just, what is it? You tell me, Greg. I think it's just a nonsense word. It's a way of it doesn't really have a meaning, does it? It just says it's a
slang
goofy
term. This is what this says. A slang term from a YouTube series meaning cool, bad, or used jokingly without meaning.
There you go. So it's just a way, hey, what did you mean by that? Skibbity.
I think Delulu's going to last. I like that one.
Yeah, Delulu. Who's going to be saying that in 10 years, 15 years? I don't have a problem. I don't want to be like, oh, there goes Eric again. He's just mad. But I'm just saying a word should have to prove itself.
No one says grody anymore. That was an early 80s term.
Yeah, if you were, or rad.
Rad's kind of come back
Is
a
it
little,
coming back?
a little bit.
But, some of these, I just think a word ought to have to prove itself. Stick around for a decade or so. You stick around for a decade, then you're a word. But, and something like skibbity maybe is more likely because it gets in your head when you're 6 or 7 years old and you kind of use it as a thing. Maybe it would. But give it 10 years. What's it been around for, like 2 years?
Yeah,
something
like that.
Seinfeld. Give it 10 years.
What's the deal with skibbity? Now I'm picturing Putin and Trump using those terms, skibbity and toilet.
So the other one was trad wife. And that's not only a traditional wife, a wife who doesn't work but stays home, but also one other element is they have a TikTok channel or a YouTube channel, and they have to go on and on and on endlessly about how great they are because they do it their way, right?
Yeah, they're leaning in. They're embracing traditional housemaking roles, homemaking roles. So then they document it on TikTok,
and then they document it. You're not a trad wife if you just do
doing
it.
laundry today. Look at this.
Right. You're a trad wife if you do those things and you have a TikTok channel to tell people how great you are.
And probably their husband makes $300,000 a year.
Well, there's that. There is that.
I mean,
you have to be
people
able
have
to
to
afford.
work.
Well, you have to be able to afford it. That's correct. And some people, these anti-feminist types, say that was the whole deal of getting women to go to work. The government just wanted more tax money. You used to only be able to tax one member of most households. Not the kind of household I grew up in, where we were so damn poor, everybody was working. By the time you turn 14, they're like, get out of school. Get in there. You can wait on tables. Tell them you're 16. Shut up.
Yeah, now it won't be taxed. Well, the tips.
Yeah, I'm beginning to. There's some stories out there about how waiters and waitresses and those in the service industry may actually end up with less money because of the no tax.
Well, it's only up to $20,000.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's only.
So the first 20,000.
Correct.
That you report.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is now you're going to be reporting. I don't know. I'm not in that industry any longer. I was born into that industry, the restaurant industry, and I clawed my way out.
I've heard
it took me 31 years, but I did do it. Yes.
I've heard it impacts the entertainment tipping industry, if that makes sense.
The when you tip
the stripping industry or the adult performers. I heard
strippers.
I heard that's where it's really going to make the most impact.
Do we have to not hurt people's feelings? Adult performers. You know who's an adult performer? Tom Cruise. He's an adult, and he performs. adult performers.
And he won't go in the champagne room with you.
Oh, well, he
for
won't.
under $10 million.
He's going to cost you something.
Yeah.
What actually goes on in those champagne rooms? Are they overrated?
Depends.
Yeah, I think
I've
they're
never
overrated.
heard. I don't know what goes on in there. Never been.
I knew a
into it.
couple guys. They went to one when we were traveling for work, and kind of seemed sad, honestly, after the fact.
They
both
seemed
walked
sad?
home.
They walked
Yeah,
out?
they both walked home in shame.
With
I can't
no
get
money.
too graphic about it because we're on the air.
Right. But they got a little bump and grind.
Yeah, to the point where it's like, okay, that worked. Now I have to walk home.
I know. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. If you're going to do that, bring a change of clothes. Alex Williams is cleaning up the ride. He's cleaning up the ride?
He
Has he
is.
got a broom?
He is. He's cleaning it up.
Around 285.
I'm willing it into existence right now, Eric. We're watching some leftover brake lights, but it's getting better. 285 westbound in Sandy Springs from Georgia 400 over toward Riverside Drive, where earlier trouble is cleared, and then 285 southbound, the Interloop in Tucker. That is also leftover volume, but that's cleaning up nicely as well, leaving I-85 for the ride down into Tucker. Checking on a new slow zone 20 westbound on the West Freeway, approaching Fulton Industrial Boulevard, exit 49. And a few brake lights on I-85 south of the city, Andrew Seco.
Still packing in a little bit, heading towards the home of the Renaissance Festival. 85 southbound on the merge to Sonoy Road, exit 61. Look like some road work setting up through here. Brake lights pretty intense back into Union City. You may want to consider taking Highway 29 as a suitable bypass. This report sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save up to 40% back on Whole Food on back to school with lunchbox favorites made without 300 plus banned ingredients. Now through September 2nd at Whole Foods Market. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Some things really love the rain, like flowers and ducks. Other things, not so much, like your old roof. Dave Baker here from our roofing experts at Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Water is your home's #1 enemy. Your roof is your front line of defense to stop it from getting inside. Heavy rain, like we've had recently, can expose roof leaks and lead to water damage. If you're not sure how your roof is holding up, think of Findlay first and schedule a free roof analysis. No obligation, no charge. FindlayRoofing.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
All right, we have a back to school package, and
Kids are fighting back, Eric.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! I know what my opinion is on this, but let's go ahead and hear the package. Is it Greg? Is it okay with you? Do we have the package here? Is that all right? Do you? Oh, he's not there. Okay, go ahead.
Some say school starts too early in the morning for teens.
It's really a health crisis that our kids are in.
Catherine Nitz is part of a global movement called Start School Later, which advocates for healthy school start times, where middle schools start no earlier than 8 a.m. and high schools start at 8:30 or later. In 2018, she started an SSL chapter in Rochester Hills to address what she says is chronic sleep deprivation in teens.
Kids really need that 5 to 7 a.m. sleep, that REM sleep. That's where your brain goes through emotional regulation and memory consolidation. So these kids are constantly fighting against their biology.
They're up all night watching porn.
I just hate waking up that early.
And it's just difficult for one to feel tired all the time and to know you can perform better academically.
Birmingham student Spencer Scher spoke to his school leaders about this and helped change his start time at Seaholm High School from 7:30 in the morning to 7:50 this year.
I'm very excited. I mean, obviously we, as an organization, with Start School Later, we definitely wanted to push back further, but that was all we were able to get this year.
Yeah, 10 more minutes next year.
They're all up late watching porn, right?
Yeah.
They're watching porn till 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they're tired as hell, right? I mean, that's what's going on.
Nobody likes to
Do
wake
I
up
have
early.
to act like that's not what's going on? And if it was just a matter of not getting enough sleep
Or gaming.
go to or gaming, yeah, same thing. It's like all night long looking at the screen, dark around. I mean, all of that. And if they're tired, then go to bed an hour earlier. Right? I mean,
Yes.
you have the ability to fix this. If you're not getting enough sleep because you're going to bed, you're finally putting down the game controller or closing out the OnlyFans at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, if it's not that, then maybe you just go to bed an hour earlier, and
That would solve all the problems. And the reality is
I don't know
nobody.
about all the problems, but it would solve this problem.
Most people don't like to wake up early. That's the other thing, is that I feel like for some reason these kids are like, nobody else wakes up early, but everybody wakes up early.
Have you noticed that once you get out there, there's trucks moving around, people are doing things. Those are people. They're doing stuff.
I am shocked. Sometimes I go, if I have to get up really early and I go out around 4:30, 5 in the morning, there's plenty of people out.
Yeah.
More than you would think.
Well, they got to be. If you're going to be at the bodega at 6:30 in the morning, then the supplies got to be there at 5, right?
I mean, this bodega never closes. They're open 24 hours.
All right. Well, they can take their stuff at any time. So, yeah, I mean, really, how much softer do we have to get with these kids? We don't have a draft. Isn't that enough?
Why don't they think about the older parents who have to get up at 6:15 now?
Yeah, to get them to school. I'm assuming we're talking about high school kids here. I don't know. It seemed like we were
this is high
listening.
school kids.
Okay.
Yeah, teenagers.
As you're supposed to be getting trained for college, and I don't even know what colleges are like anymore. Used to be a college, the first day was like, what? I've never dealt with this before. Like you get a professor, it's like at 2 o'clock, the door closes. I don't care if you're here at 2:01, you're out. You missed it. If you missed it, like at some point, the world has to throw some cold water into the faces of the young to say, well, you're in transition now, and we're going to be loading up a bunch of obligations on you, and you're going to be expected to perform, and nobody likes that.
Well, they think they can change it. They've been given the opportunity to possibly change it because a lot of people are getting on board. Also, the way they're able to spin this and so that they're victims. If you had asked me at that age if I wanted to go to school later, I'd say, hell yeah, that sounds cool. But the way they're able to present it, like,
now
it's really difficult on me, and it's really taking a toll.
When did they starting school at 7:30 in the morning, though? School was always like at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you started
at 8:15
No,
thing for
elementary school, I feel like, was 7:30. Middle school was a little bit later.
Maybe
somewhere,
we are.
Because they had to stagger the buses.
And you got to be out by 3:30 so your parents can pick you up, or
Yeah.
Stop bitching and moaning, damn kids.
Or if you were a loser, you had to stay at the after-school program.
The more rural the
It's
county,
too much.
the more rural the county, the earlier you probably started school.
Well, yeah, because the bus ride's going to be longer. All right, we've solved that. No, we haven't solved anything? Oh, well, I guess we'll have to come back tomorrow and try again.
Hey!
That music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. And you know us, we are good citizens. You know what that means. We never question authority. We do what we're told to do. Shelley Winter is up next. He's got another great radio show for you. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on the journey. Don't piss off the genie.